right, with that out of the way, hi! William Tramp, also known as This Effin GM here, ready to introduce you to Basements and Besties, the Planescape edition. Yay! Okay, we are here to play this part 2 of a short little adventure that I wrote, that I wrote and will maybe by this point is out on the DM's Guild. The adventure is called "And to Think That I Saw It on Ironmonger Street." It is set in the setting of Planescape. We are playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and we are ready. We are mid-fight. That's where we left. We are mid-fight and ready to get going. So, but before we get started here, we should probably introduce yourselves real quick. Just go ahead and give us your name, or give the people at home your name, and who you are portraying tonight. Okay? So, Sarah, we're going to go ahead and start off with you.
I am Sarah Tramp. I am portraying Modron 909, or Bob.
Excellent.
My name is Connor, and tonight I am playing Vithka, the Githzeri Zera warrior.
Excellent.
I am Colin. I will be playing Sir Asterius Greathorn, the Barrier Paladin.
Ooh.
Hi, and I'm Cassie, and I'll be playing Hessian, the Tiefling Wizard.
Excellent. All right. Well, where we last left off, I believe we already have initiative rolled. You guys are currently, and let me go ahead and switch to the battle camera so we can give an idea to the people at home. So, where we have last left off, you guys have infiltrated the Great Foundry waste removal station. That's sort of just like that sort of breaks down waste and then forge waste, right? You know, like slag and iron and such, and then shoves it out into the ditch, the lower ward of Sigil's only body of water. So, what you guys are here for? Because you guys are trying to get enough iron to be able to help the goblin Pudnik fix his iron golem. Okay, so. At this point, where are we at? Sarah, if you want to point to your character there. Okay, that is Bob. We're going to keep pointing to your character there. So that's Bob right there. Bob has just opened up the door to reveal a portion of this chamber with a strange apparatus in it. And you have found 2 were-rats who have kind of hidden in there. They've got crossbows trained at you, and they've just taken a couple of shots at you. You do have your spiritual weapon up, so that's going to be pretty helpful for you in a second. Over on the other side, we've got, oh, and forgive me, I forgot the character names already. Vithka. Over on the other side, we have Vithka, and Vithka has opened that door to reveal a lot of junk, trying to look for some sort of way to free their friends from the trap. The trap is right here in the middle. If somebody wants to point at that for me, excellent. All right, wonderful.
Trap.
So what we see, you keep pointing at the trap. So what we see here is we see that the other 2 members of the party, Hessian and Sir Asterius, have been caught in a horrible trap. There's pillars in the middle there, have extended blades, and are starting to churn as the room is as this little chamber now is starting to fill with water. And there's this special magic device, or kind of magic symbols that are like kind of rushing all the water to one side, almost like a big blender that you guys have been caught in. So this is a pretty bad situation for all involved, okay? Now, you guys are looking for a way to stop it, a way to turn it off and free your friends, and also, now, deal with the problem of the were-rats. Are there any questions before we restart this?
Can I have a clarifying question of how high is the water?
The water at this point is about 8 feet high, I believe, is where I left off.
Floating.
You're
Okay.
off.
You are
You're
floating
having
at this
to
point.
tread
Okay. Any other clarifying questions that need to be? Just to remind where we are.
I had used my spiritual weapon to break down the door.
Yeah, that's,
Okay, I
that's
just
correct.
wanted to
Yeah,
make
sure.
sure.
No,
Okay.
and that's why the door's open and you're inside and you see it, and we mentioned that you have the spiritual weapon. What other questions do we have?
The plug that that Hessian has created, is that buoyant, or is it remaining on the bottom of the?
You were holding it.
Oh, that's right. I have it in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll find out soon.
Okay, you'll find out if it's buoyant or not,
Yeah.
right? Okay, wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and set the stage for the top of the initiative order. Bob, just as a reminder, you are in this room. You see that there's the overhang to your left, which would have led down to where those pillars are that you see, but the overhang is now blocked by this solid block of this solid wall of like translucent, like some translucent material, maybe glass, maybe something else. In the middle of this room, you see this strange kind of bronze apparatus, which looks almost like a canopy that one would like erect. But it looks in disrepair. You can see various tools and pieces lying on the ground at the feet of the were-rats, who are now holding crossbows. And over on the Oh, the ladder fell down. There's a ladder leading up to a tunnel there, and then over on the opposite side of the same wall that the ladder is on, right about there. Yeah, right about there, you see that there is a large lever that is currently in the down position. So we're going to go ahead and go to Bob. Bob, you had said that you were preparing a spell to hurl at one of the were-rats?
Yes, the one that shot me.
Excellent.
I goes down, and then glows red, shooting at the were-rat that shot me.
Oh, wonderful. Let's go ahead and give a shot
Bob.
That's going to be 22.
They have an armor class of 12, so you definitely hit.
11, 16. Wait a second, I just want to double check that number, because last time I got it wrong. Yep, and it's radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay, so the were-rat that you aimed for, what in particular drew your attention to them? Give me a defining feature of that were-rat.
As I saw him aiming at me, he was wearing an eye patch over his eye.
Has an eye patch. Okay, so you go for the one with the eye patch. All right, and you said how much radiant damage?
16.
16. Okay, a heavy hit overcomes this particular hybrid rat man with an eye patch, and they reel back. When they look back up, they seem pretty rough, but that was definitely not enough of a hit to fully stop them. But they are currently enveloped in some radiance, if I'm not mistaken, because there's an after effect for guiding bolt.
They means the next attack will have advantage.
Next attack will have advantage. Okay, excellent. And that was your action.
Yes.
Okay. What else would you like to do? You have a bonus action to move.
I'm going to move spiritual weapon. I need an indicator for that. I'll just use this.
Sure, sounds good.
Move it up to the where at?
Remember, you can only move 20 feet.
Oh,
only 20 feet.
So that would be right here, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, excellent. You go ahead and it begins to move forward. 20 feet is the range on that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, and then anything with your move? You've already used 5 to step into the room.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go.
Sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go from Bob to Vithka. Vithka, you have just opened the door to the room. We go ahead and set the stage for that.
Yep.
In that room, you see there's a couple of lanterns hanging from the ceiling. You see a number piles of debris on the floor, filled with like chunks of slag and iron and other materials that appear to be waste. You see there's kind of a running cart line on the floor that leads from the overhang then to the door on the opposite side of the room. But you notice there doesn't seem to be anybody or anything else, at least from your immediate view, of particular interest. What would Vithka like to do?
She's going to move her speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to move into the room here. So I'm assuming I can see through this and see down into this chamber.
Correct. The water, since you're about 10 feet above, right? Because you remember that they're in kind of a half tunnel here that leads up. So that the water has just reached the like kind of about where your feet would be there, and you see it's actually still rising rapidly. And so you're kind of standing there overlooking all of this. You can see your friends kind of just slashing the water as these blades are kind of jerkily moving because of your greatsword that has blocked them, right? This is what you see, but there's this translucent kind of wall in between you and them.
Looking into the room, I see Cerasterius. He's got this big thing. I see, water coming out of this port, this portal. I feel like Vithka can put 2 and 2 together. I'm gonna hold my action. If Asterius can get to that port and try to shove that block in, I'd like to use Mage Hand to give him the help action.
Okay, so here's the thing. This this is an interesting question because while you have line of sight, you may not have line of effect. So what specifically does that spell say?
A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for duration until you dismiss it. The hand vanishes. You can use your action to control the hand.
Did you say a point you can see within range?
A point appears at a point you choose within range.
Oh, that's interesting. So that is actually fine because it doesn't even say you have to see it. Doesn't give any sort of indicator. You can just say it appears 30 feet away and then 5 feet to the right, and then it appears. That's interesting. Okay, that's wonderful. Good to know.
So she's holding it, hoping that what she thinks he's going to try and do is what he tries to do.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, so you're holding your action, so at that point your turn is over. We're going to go ahead now and let's go ahead and go to one of the elements of the blender. Alright, so right now we have the Whirling Blades. So the Whirling Blades, as I mentioned before, have disadvantage on all attack rolls, but they do go against everybody in the room. Yeah. So the blades are still whirling, you guys are still caught up and at this point sort of floating in this water here. We're going to go with the first attack at you, Sir Asterius. That is going to be a miss. You're able to kind of clings off, the blade. You feel the blades brush off of your armor, but you don't seem any worse for the wear. We're going to then go ahead and go to Hessian, where the blades also are not able to find purchase, probably again going up against your armor. Maybe the water churning has kind of like shoves you out of the way there. Your greatsword, on the other hand, which is again disadvantage, but the thing is immobile, so I would argue advantage. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just roll with disadvantage. Just do that. That's what I did last time. Ooh, that is a hit.
Okay.
They are hit this time. Let's see if your greatsword survives the attack.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Is it made out of adamantium?
No, it is magical, but
oh yeah, wouldn't you know it? Sir Asterius actually has tens of thousands of gold. He's just here for fun.
I mean, I know he's just a really good guy.
Now, I would argue that a greatsword would probably have somewhere around 10 hit points.
Sure.
And then I would argue that a magical greatsword would probably have about double that. So I'm gonna roll some damage.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. 2d10. 15 points of damage. Your sword only has effectively 5 left.
Yeah.
So another hit. If it stays there any longer, it's possible your magical sword is gone.
You got another turn of disadvantage and avoiding damage out of it, though.
All right, wonderful. We're going to go ahead and go from the spinning blades. We now move to Sir Asterius.
Well, Sir Asterius is probably not paying too close attention to what is going on with the greatsword right now. He is more focused on the task at hand. But I think before that, he while he's trying to tread water and getting ready to dive under, he looks up at the platform and probably sees that Bob has joined battle with these were rats.
At this point, yeah, because you'd be right at level now. You'd be able to see what's happening now if you're at the top of the water. Yeah.
Bob. Sorry, I keep calling myself Bob.
That's a great name.
Sir Asterius is going to cast Shield of Faith upon his friend Bob.
Aww.
Can you through the what the Shield of Faith?
I mean, I guess we'll see.
I guess none of these will say. I don't think a single one of these spells will say.
You require line of effect.
But it might say like hearing, for instance, which I would argue.
Oh.
If it's hearing, I think I would absolutely block it.
There it is.
What does it say?
A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and go for it. So you are floating there. You look back. You see Bob, and Bob is now enshrouded.
Yes.
By the shield, by the glimmering shield. And then as his action, he will take a deep breath and dive under the surface of the water to try to wedge this thing into the source of the water.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. So you're trying to shove this plug into this geyser, effectively. Okay. Now you had a held action for this, if I'm not mistaken. Correct.
Seeing you go for that sheet, telekinetic mage hand to try and just help you force it in, trying to give you the held action.
Sure.
Okay.
On the bottom.
So what I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So what I'm. Okay. Thanks as I struggle with this candy. Anyway, so what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Okay.
But you're gonna roll with advantage from the assistance that you're receiving from the telekinetic push.
My cool friend Vithka, who I like very much.
She's already got it. Oh, you chew all yours?
Well, it woke.
That is going to be a 14.
Yeah, thank you. Say what?
14.
Unfortunately, that is not enough. This is a massive. This is a gushing geyser, 3 feet wide. You're trying to put it in, but you're just not getting it. You're just not able to get the strength you need to put it in. Like you're making some headway, but it's not enough.
Not enough yet.
No, you need a much higher number than that.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to go ahead. Anything else you would like to do with your turn? No. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go from you. We are going to go back to Hessian.
Yep. So Hessian. I guess I'm gonna try and swim back over. So swimming is like twice my speed, right?
It is, yes.
Because I'm like swimming on the top of it. I'm
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would I have any idea? Because I made an Arcana check on the runes last time.
You did.
If it would have any effect if I like effect at disabling them to like cast a spell to attack them.
It could, but it's possible. But you would go from you already know that you can use your arcane knowledge to sort of just dismantle them. You could go straight up brute force if you would like. Although whether it's going to be more effective or not, that's going to be really, that remains to be seen.
Okay. Fuck it. She's probably a bit rash, and I'm slowed by the speed with the water, so I'm going to cast a firebolt at one of the runes.
Okay. So
yes.
you are okay. Sure. That makes sense. Now the runes at this point are submerged, and you are casting a spell of fire to hurl it out there. So what this is going to do is the fire damage is only going to do half damage because at this point you'll notice that the port remember the runes surround the portal and the portal is below that line. So go ahead and give me an attack roll, but it will only do half damage because of all that water in the room.
I believe I get a +1 because of my focus. So I think that's a 20.
That's a hit. That's for sure. Absolutely.
And then, so wait, this is 1d10. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 1?
Yeah.
Okay, it is not enough to really affect. Like the fireball is like going through the water, but as it hits, you can just see as it kind of like just turns to steam and then just sort of loses steam.
You're gonna die.
Loses steam before it gets there. Okay, so we're you're both trying to try to take some sort of action to disable this thing, and this is. It seems like things maybe get a little bit desperate at this point because you're running out of
Seems
time.
like it.
Yeah, seems like it. So
Lyle's balls.
what? Belial's balls? That's a top shelf comment, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and go from Hessian. Anything else with your turn?
No, I don't think I have a.
Okay, sounds good. The water now rises.
Oh man.
Water now rises. It is about 3/4 of the way to the top. So at this point now, you're sort of seeing they're as you look over, they're like dangling up. You're seeing like dangling feet, right, in the water. Now, if you want to get down to that area, you may have to swim down to the area now at this point. We're gonna go ahead and and then you see the
These runes, man.
and then you see a burst of energy, and I need a Constitution saving throw from all of you.
Fuck. I rolled a 1.
No, you get shot all the way back to the
12.
12. Not enough either. You get shot back. Now, where did you position yourself?
I mean,
He's
Still off to the sides.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So so you still go past the pillar
Yep.
and head over there. Like how I said that? Did that? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go from those elements. We are now going to go ahead and go to the were-rat. So you are on your own against these two enemies, and this is a rough situation. This may be a rough situation for you.
Yep.
So here we go. The two were-rats, one of which is going to stay back. And they are going to, the one that you hit is going to stay back, keeping some distance, and is going to go ahead and take another shot off with their crossbow at you. Now remember, you have Shield of Faith on you, so your armor class has risen, and that's going to be a miss on their shot. But the other one is going to bound forward and go, looks over to his eye-patched friend and says, he goes, look at this one. Thinks they're some sort of top shelf cutter just because they give their Get that pass from one of the powers, eh? And he runs forward, drawing a short sword, and tries to stab at you. How about you go meet him? And as they try to stab at you, that is going to be a 14 versus your armor class?
No.
Okay, but what if it did? Wouldn't that be neat if that had hit? Like, wouldn't that have been cool?
No.
I mean,
don't
Bob,
know.
it would be a new experience for Bob.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's fair. All right, so...
Bob's never done it.
No, Bob's never been stabbed by a were-rat before with a short sword.
There-
But you have now been missed by
By
one.
one.
Check, says the sensei. All right. Oh, that was scary.
I felt it.
Okay, so what we need here is I need to go to the top of the issue order. Bob, it's you.
All right, so my little mini Modron with flapping wings is going to basically hurl itself at the eye patch were-rat and attack. That's going to be an 18.
18.
And
That is
that's-
absolutely a hit again. Armor class of 12.
12 damage, force.
12 force damage. And that was with what?
A D8.
No,
Spiritual weapon, sorry.
Spiritual weapon. Isn't that oh, okay, great, thanks.
Dang.
I'm sorry, is that the one?
NATO.
My apologies. I think I misunderstood what happened. You said you hurled yourself at it,
No,
or the
my my spiritual weapon
Your
is
spiritual
another
weapon.
mini
Right,
Modron
right.
that's flying.
Wonderful one. Okay,
So-
excellent. Got it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, and that is how much damage?
12 force.
Oh, they are not looking good. In fact, they look absolutely wretched.
Oh.
It will not be long, you believe, until they're put in the dead book. So, anything? What do you do with your action?
My action is I'm going to actually freely move over to this lever, seeing that it's there, and I'm just going to immediately flip it up.
When you say freely move,
Like, I'm not going to take a disengage, so he would get
okay,
an
so
opportunity.
he's going to try to
Right.
stab at you. So we're going to go ahead, and that's going to be another 10 versus armor, or 15 versus armor class.
Oh!
I'm sorry, 14 versus armor class, 14.
Now I've been missed while trying to move away from a were-rat holding a short sword.
Being around the sensei will have to get very old very fast.
I feel like you're reaching at this point.
I stepped on this cobblestone. I stepped on this cobblestone. Okay,
They're
all
also
right.
a chaos spirit.
I love that. I love that. Sir, just like, I feel like at this point you're reaching.
And then I just flip it up, like from the opposite of what the position is, because you said it was down.
You guys should try to use this as a straw, by the way. It's just delightful.
Really?
Well, my drink is
Kind of,
okay.
yeah, a little bit.
It should change the taste of whatever you're drinking.
You kind of got to be careful because there's like tiny, like there's like it's not 100% solid because it's candy. It's like there's something you're like, oh, drip it. No.
Be careful. It's kind of top heavy. If you lose too much liquid down here, it is going to knock your can.
Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense, and I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. So wonderful. Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, so Bob, you move away. You don't take an attack opportunity. What happens?
I flip the lever.
Oh, sure. So you get to the lever and you grab it and you shove it up,
Yes.
and you. Okay. And what you hear is you start to hear some grinding sounds, right? Kind of deep within the complex. And you see, the two of you see the lights go out on the
Oh.
portal.
Oh, on the portal.
Oh, okay.
On the portal, or surrounding the portal, those runes go out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then you hear a thunk, and the walls rise.
Oh
Okay.
And I need the two of you to make a dexterity saving throw because
Oh, okay.
the walls rise. We can go and lift the walls now. Lift that out, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw as all of that water just starts rushing down the tunnel.
no! Oh no! Hey!
Grab your great sword.
Agreed.
Other side of the room. Good thinking, Bob. They get knocked down. Bob, what have you done?
Bravo! What'd you get?
9.
2.
Oh no! This is bad.
Did Bob do good?
Okay, well, you escape with really just kind of bumps and bruises. The two of you each take 3 points of damage. You are prone at the end of the map there. Okay, prone at the end of the map there. In fact, off camera, you can't even see it.
You do
As-
keep your faith.
As the water just rushes down, as the water just rushes down. So down the tunnel, but kind of deposits you onto it as it kind of spreads out.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead now. So the blender has been deactivated. So we are now. Wonderful job, Bob. Bob, take a point of inspiration for saving your
job, Bob.
for saving your fucking teammates.
Yeah.
Way to be.
we're going to go ahead and move from Bob to Vitka.
Alrighty, well, seeing that our friends down here are no longer in immediate danger, and now the large walls that were in my way are also moved, I draw my longbow and take a shot at Eye Patch.
Yes! Okay. Now, is Eye Patch here? Just want to make sure here. Is Eye Patch...
He looks like he's within range and within line.
He does.
Who's
He's
the
not.
guy
He's not in cover because he wasn't expecting that wall to go down. So all right. Go ahead and take a shot.
Let's do this. Oh, that's not great.
It's
Can I
okay.
choose to use my inspiration before I know if I hit or not? Or do I need to declare it before I?
You need to. And my ruling is, you need to declare it before I tell you if you hit or not.
I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration, because that is a 3 on the die, and I don't think that's going to hit. That's another 3 on the die.
Was meant to be.
It was meant to be, for a grand whopping total of a 9.
Wonderful.
You
Excellent.
say wonderful.
Wonderful that we got it resolved.
Yes.
Wonderful that you're now out
About
of inspiration.
time
I know,
something
right?
went the were-rat's way.
I mean, that one's getting messed up. Yeah, the arrow just goes wide.
The arrow just goes wide. We're gonna go ahead and move. Anything else, Vitka? Would you like to move? Would you like to take cover? What would you like to do?
I am going to go ahead, since they can also now shoot me. I will move over to, let's see, kind of up against this wall back behind here to give myself cover. So if they try to shoot at me.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and move from Vitka to to these spinning blades, which are whirling down now. Had you actually been there, you judge it that they're still moving. So because they're whirling down, and the greatsword's there.
It is.
Yep.
I believe.
Ooh.
2d10.
They do, you do hear some metal grinding against metal. And your greatsword takes another 2 points of
Oh,
damage.
thank goodness.
Ooh. It's not broken yet, though, is it?
No.
Now that's some
Isn't,
divine
isn't
intervention
that nice?
right
And at this point, the blades come to a stop.
Great.
Okay, sounds good. We are going to go ahead and move from the winding down to the winding down blunder. We're now going to move to Sir Asterius. So Asterius, you're on your back, or
Yeah.
at least on your side, I guess.
Yeah.
How does this centaur go on its back, or like a warrior? It's like.
I mean,
have you ever seen a horse get knocked down? They kind of like,
Yeah.
their legs are kind of up there. It's like,
They-
Right, but you ever seen a horse that has to have the shape of an L, right? It has a right angle body of horse man, right? That's the confusing
well,
part.
I mean, at that point, it's a 6-legged creature. It's like if you knock an ant over. That's basically what I'm imagining. Anyway, the ant gets up,
and draws his long sword and starts charging up the stairs.
my man.
My man, horse, goat, hare, pig.
And
So
You tried,
This is
nothing
fine.
matters.
difficult terrain, yeah.
oh, right, I'm just
so-
saying that this is not each step is 5 feet. Every 2 steps is 5
Right.
Now, just so I'm clear, that greatsword was magical, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It is still magical.
Thank you,
actually.
Connor.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So let's see. That would have been 20, 25, 30, 40. So he's 5 feet up the stairs.
Me just trying to chug Mountain Dew through this candy straw has to be
You know
great
what? He's gonna
radio
dash.
right now.
Hey guys, welcome to my ASMR session.
Did you hurt yourself?
No. He drew his long sword.
Yeah, his backup.
I'm sorry, Will. Don't choke on your drink, please.
He gets to there.
Sweet.
Excellent. So you go ahead and start. Head upstairs, burst into the room.
yes,
That's a fast move. Burst into the room with your sword, with your sword drawn,
yes.
and we will go. Ooh, mood lighting.
Oh, I also still have light.
Give me a second.
Well, to be fair, there are hanging lanterns above in
Oh,
this
okay,
room anyway.
okay.
But I still like the mood lighting.
Oh, I
think
do like
it's-
the mood lighting.
I
I
think
like the
it's
blue and
fun.
the greens.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and go from Sir Asterius to Hessian.
Hessian's going to stand up with half my movement. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 is about as far as I can get. Can I see this guy?
Well, let's go ahead and find out. So you're trying to aim for the one that the spiritual weapon's on the iPad, right?
Yeah, because there's no way I would see the other one.
I will give it to you, but I'm gonna say that I'm definitely gonna say that they have. I'm gonna give them some significant cover for the distance and the height and the wall. So I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give them get them three-quarters cover.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So their armor class will now be I believe a 17.
I'm gonna throw a firebolt at them.
Excellent.
Oh, and you know what? Well, I know not for this time. That is a 22.
That's a hit.
23. Sorry.
Sure, yeah, that hits absolutely.
So, that is 9 points of fire damage.
And that and where the eye patch goes down hard, smoldering on the floor.
Nice shot, Hessian.
Thank you. Was it Bob? Thanks, Bob. It was me.
I've never stolen valor before.
God damn it.
I appreciate you, and I want you to know that.
Did you dribble?
Well, I tried to remove it from my mouth to answer Will, but
You kept sucking at the same time?
The various comedies of Mary's mother, as she's going through her turn, the camera just sees me trying to bite into it. I'm just like, and then I looked over at the camera, saw myself, and I'm like, oh no.
They're surprisingly quick.
Oh
That's what
no.
she said.
I look like a madman right now. Give me this hard candy. Ah.
You're like August with a ring pop.
no, that's all for my turn.
Sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from Hessian to the Were-Rat. Okay, so there are now two of you. One Were-Rat. You've just burst into the room with a long sword.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So this Were-Rat, what's he gonna do? Well, they seem fairly okay. They haven't. They're fairly confident right now. So they're gonna go ahead and move forward to you. And try to meet you on the field of battle here. So what's going to happen is... Oh! Fun fact.
Yeah.
As always, I forget something has multi-attack. So it's going to start launching some attacks at you, multiple of them. So the first attack here is going to be a short sword. It's going to kind of stab you in the human torso portion, right? That's going to be a 22 versus your armor class.
That will hit.
That is going to hit. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage. And as that blade just crosses, sort of reel back. I imagine like almost maybe like a rearing goat.
Yeah.
It is going to bare its teeth and try to gnaw onto your
bite one of my
one of your legs, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a swing, and that's going to be a 17 versus your
That
armor
will just
class.
barely hit.
And by the way, does Shield of Faith have? Is that a concentration?
It sure is.
Oh, so you.
I was waiting to see if you were gonna hit me a second time here.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so I do hit you a second time.
Yeah.
You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And
Sir Asterius is bloodied.
I
Oh,
need
no.
you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, buddy.
Does it make a difference if I'm immune to disease?
It does, actually. You know what? Never mind. Never fucking mind.
Paladin, baby.
Paladin, baby.
Paladin,
Let's see
baby!
if the paladin can make a concentration save with you.
Okay, so that where it's now on you.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
All right, excellent. So you managed to keep up the Shield of Faith, and it is going to maneuver itself, by the way, just a little bit around. So it puts Sir Asterion in between him and the drop off. No, absolutely the opposite way. Good lord, no.
So he's
Sir
blocking
Asterion.
himself from
Right,
us,
right.
basically.
He's using him as a shield, yes.
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to go from the Were-Rat there. We're gonna go to Bob.
Bob is going to like feeling very victorious about this lever idea. Is going to turn, and you just see as they are turning, this like giant, almost like a monocle, closes on its eye, like shoop, and it has a little crosshairs on it. And from like where you just see Bob take a deep breath. And using it's a light crossbow, but just
Just like what, like a little like tiny cannon?
Yeah.
Or like tiny nozzle holder and
Yeah.
just shoot.
yeah, it goes.
I like it. Bob's great.
Bob is my new favorite character.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. That is going to be an 8 though on that one.
That the bolt flies past, narrowly missing the goat man behind the were-rat.
She like hits the side of her head like to get the crosshairs to line up better.
I believe you'll get him next time.
And then the other Modron goes and just rams it.
Sure.
That, however, is going to be a 12
That is a hit. Armor class of 12.
for 6.
For 6 points. This is the first time this one has been hit. Colin, your Sorcery is locked in combat with this thing.
Yes.
What is probably its most defining feature? Would you say this particular were-rat?
He has a very intimidating scar over his left eye.
Wow, you guys are really the eyes today.
We like them.
Has an intimidating eye
We just
scar.
like them.
The eyes are the window to the soul.
I'm sorry. I'm seeing intimidating eye scar, and I know what you mean. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is one tough cutter,
Yeah.
right? But all I can think of is just like it's just a scar with an egg that looks like an angry face. like the were-rat's like kind of glares at you, but then the scar sort of like glares at you as well. And you're like,
Yeah. I'm rattled right now.
It's a mean scar. It's not a nice scar.
okay, wonderful. And that was 6 points of damage.
Force damage.
6 points of force damage. Okay, so that hits the were-rat quite hardly. It makes an impact, but the were-rat doesn't seem to be too impacted. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go from Bob to Vitka.
Okay, so the drop here is 10 feet. Is that far enough that when I hit the ground I'm going to go prone, or is that far enough to keep my footing if I jump down?
So you would probably go prone if it weren't for that it has a natural curve to it.
Okay, so
because
I can-
remember it's part of a tunnel. So if you go, you're gonna go and give me an acrobatics check as you go down.
Oh yeah. Skate down at like
see
a
if you,
half
see if you can
pipe.
keep your balance.
Yep. I have good dexterity.
I've got my half.
That is
That's
a
Wezer, right? The band
Weezer,
Wezer.
6.
That is a 6. No, you do land prone. I'm gonna because of the slide. Oh, actually no, you are gonna take some damage. It does tumble. That's 10 feet.
Hey!
Yeah, that's 10 feet. Okay, you're gonna take 1 point of damage. And land prone. Yeah.
Damn it.
1 point of damage. Land prone. You moved effectively. 15 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's half your movement to stand up?
Yep.
So I guess I'll stand back up.
We'll do a street movement. Sure.
Let me see. Oh, shoot, kabibbles. 5, 10,
Shoot kabibbles, yeah.
20, 25. Darn it.
gift,
And now from where I am, I probably can't see that rat without significant cover. Fudge monkeys.
Well, let's see. You're down there. Oh, yeah, definitely some significant cover.
And I don't want to try and shoot because Sorasterius looks pretty bad. And if I F that up,
Could be. Hey, could be bad. It could be.
there's no
could be
reward.
glorious. You tell me, buddy.
No, I'm not gonna take the risk.
Lame.
I know. Shoot, and I can't. Oh, you can't move yourself with telekinetic movement.
No, it's
Ah!
yeah.
Is a greatsword? How much does that greatsword weigh? Is it more than 10 pounds? Probably.
You would know better than me. You had it on your equipment list and probably
Sword
put the
weight
weight down
6
beside it
pounds.
for the
6
encumbrance.
pounds? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna see. Greatswords are back here. 5, 10, 15, 20. I am going to use telekinetic movement to reach out and grab Sorasterius' greatsword and move it up to the platform up there to get it back to him.
Okay, I love that. Now, here's the thing, though. Sorasterius did embed that thing into the ground.
Yes.
What ability score do you use to determine what that ability works? Based on intelligence, charisma, or wisdom?
She's an intelligence
Hey,
caster.
you're gonna give me an intelligence check. I'm gonna allow you to add because you're proficient with your own telekinetic abilities. I'm gonna let you add your proficiency bonus to this. But you need to go ahead and roll me a intelligence check to see if you have the mental strength to take it from the ground where the blades could not.
Fair.
Yep.
That is 15.
Oh, that is literally the number you needed. Fantastic. And I love this idea. You're going to get your inspiration back now. And the blade goes And
Mysterious!
and you see this thing fly through. If you'd like to, you can give me your you can use your reaction to grab it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the ding, the longsword hits the ground as Sir Starry goes, grabs the sword,
Yeah.
delivers a cool line.
He has an 8 intelligence.
And now we hit your turn.
Yeah.
Thanks!
Yeah, but he has a great charisma.
True.
Yeah.
That's why he gets somebody else to write his lines for him. Yeah, he's going to deliver a great overhand swing.
Oh, love it. Okay, so you're going for that wear right on top of you. You now
Yeah.
have a magic sword in your hand.
Magic.
Magic!
Come on.
Hey.
14 should be
That's enough.
cool.
Plus he's
Let's
12.
make it a divine smite.
Yeah!
Yeah, okay.
Get that paladin smite!
Yeah.
Smart it.
Smite.
Okay. That will be 11 magical slashing and 10 radiant damage.
21 points of damage?
Yeah.
Oh my. Good lord. Okay. So this is where I was feeling fairly confident. Looking at you with that mundane ass longsword, thinking, this Beck don't even know. And then
Don't
suddenly,
even know.
glowing sword in hand, kind of little, his beady little, kind of beady little black eyes, kind of goes. Every alarm bell is clearly going off in this thing's head as much as it can right now. It looks horrible and looks horrified. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
No. We're gonna go ahead and go from Sir Sirius to Hessian.
Who am I doing for? If I can I see it from being 10 feet below?
I would argue not that close. You had to be a bit further back
Okay.
because we would have to do the Hold on, let's see. The classic. No, there's not really a way to do that to where I think you'd be able to see it very well. So you maybe want to, if you move back a bit, kind of away from the wall to increase the angle, possibly.
Well, I think I only have one more square of movement. Could I shift over here and see it?
Yeah, we'll go and go with that. Sure.
Okay.
So you go ahead and kind of move back a little bit. You can get the top of his head. Significant cover armor class of 17.
Okay, I'm gonna try and just firebolt again.
Sure.
That is a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, so this time I remember I'm actually a tiefling that descends from Felnos.
Okay, what does that mean?
Means I get to re-roll my ones.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Basically on fire damage.
Still.
Yeah, that's so 6 points of fire.
That is literally the amount of hit points you have left. So how does it end?
Basically, so because we were in the water, right? As she is standing up, and right now, what she's doing is basically relighting a cigarette, and basically lights it up and blows fire.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay,
Like
smoking
the
is not
bead.
cool, kids.
Yeah.
Please don't do it. But
Magic is cool. Smoking is.
smoking is not cool. Magic is cool.
No.
Smoking with magic is both.
She essentially shoots the bead of flame from her mouth, puts the clove back in her mouth, lowers her sunglasses.
I'm imagining right now Audrey Hepburn with the cigarette and the sunglasses, kind of looking like. But you know,
Like
sopping wet
Yeah.
and.
Yeah, I don't think she's Aubrey classy.
No, definitely not. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. That's wonderful. And then things kind of go quiet.
Okay, I'm so happy that the trap didn't reset. I thought it would go off again. So that was my fear.
Perhaps the two of you should move out of there before we
Yes.
find out. for
Yep.
certain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll.
Move around and join them.
If we
Yeah.
could take a quick break, I just have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take a quick break there. We're back from break. You have just went ahead and defeated the werewolf. So here you are. You're standing in this facility, water dripping down, blood running down your armor. For those of you who have been hit or sopping wet, and what do you wish to do?
I'd say I'd probably come out from the pit to come rejoin the group up here.
Yeah.
Asterius. Yeah. I hand you a potion of healing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Look a little
Kindly.
banged up.
And then just to
Dastardly trap.
can we recap what's in this room now that we're not fighting?
Okay. Again, you see the lever.
Okay.
Close to you in the middle. You see there's a door on the far side of the room. Okay. Then what you also see is this kind of canopy-like apparatus that seems to be kind of have a number of pieces kind of lying on the ground.
Okay.
Right, as well as some tools. You can see, some tools are lying about. You see the ladder, which currently is slanted, but it's actually straight up through kind of like an access tunnel through the top. So that is what you, and you also have the body of two now what look like kind of pale skinned men, kind of on the ground, as the wearers have taken back to their human form, and they pale. You can see that they are unwashed, unkempt. They look very ragged, as well as dead. Okay, all right.
The apparatus that is in here, I would like to try to figure out what it is.
Okay, so you're going to go and investigate the apparatus
Yes.
itself. Okay, sounds good. What are the rest of you doing?
I want to also look at the apparatus. I'm focusing on magical nature
Okay,
of it.
so the two of you are taking a look at the apparatus.
I'm gonna go up to the door at the other side of the room here, and I'm going to listen through it to see if I hear anything inside.
Sounds good. Okay, and then what are you doing?
Asterius will call upon his paladin powers to heal himself a little bit with his lay on hands, and I think he will mostly be keeping an eye out across the pit here to make sure that we aren't being ambushed from the other side.
Sounds like a plan. Well, Sarah says you watch the other side. You don't see any movement or anything. The door on the other side that has yet to be open hasn't been has yet to open at this point. I would like the two of you. Okay, what do I need from you? You are looking at the apparatus, so I need a. Okay, so go ahead and give me a knowledge of Arcana check. One of you is going to give me a knowledge of Arcana check as you look this thing over and try to understand it. Since the two of you are doing it together, one of you can roll knowledge of Arcana with advantage.
Oh, I have an 8. A +8.
You have a +8 to knowledge of Arcana.
Because I have a double on one.
She is a knowledge cleric. That's right.
Then you can roll it.
Okay. All right.
25.
Did you roll with advantage or did you just roll?
Oh, I just rolled it. Still a 25.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so here's what you know. The two of you are looking at this device and kind of sharing notes and kind of maybe bouncing ideas off of one another. And what you're able to determine from this, you remember that Pudmick had told you about an apparatus that had been created, something designed to shrink objects down, which is what the Great Foundry, what the Mind's Eye who run the Great Foundry may be using to skirt the law. This you believe this to be the device based on the various runes that are kind of carved into it. Based on the various runes that you carved into it, you believe that this object it has something to do with transmutation, and very likely this may be what you were told about. Anything else I can tell you about it? No, that's in my appendix. Sorry, I've got two different groups here. Where are my notes?
Where are they at?
You know that it is. You also believe that that this object is designed to be folded down to a much more movable state. Kind of like again, it's like a camping canopy that you take a camping that you built, and the last thing you can get from this is that it's hard to tell how it works because it is clearly in disrepair. Although you think you might be able to get it up and running again, given enough, but it would probably take you about an hour to get it up and running.
Okay.
Okay. So you think you'd be able to do it?
I share that with the group. I can try to fix it, and we can grab some of this rubble from the other side, and boom.
Well, we're looking for iron, yes?
Well, yeah, isn't the iron slag on the other side?
I believe when I saw it before, it did. The word iron did come out, but I didn't know if that was slag or not.
Iron, comma, slag, comma, and other materials.
Yes, those piles of rubble over there do have a little bit of iron in them. It's mostly slag and rock, but there's probably some in there.
Oh, we need 200 pounds worth.
Yes.
Shrunken down.
Then we had best get to work.
So Bob is actually going to kind of, you see like the eye go like a DOS screen black, and you just start seeing green zeros and ones going across the eye face, and the hands are outstretched like this, and they are attempting to repair the machine.
So you're going to start taking an hour right now to start repairing that machine? Okay, excellent. By the way, I need you to go ahead and...
Jackson
Actually, before we start that, I'm sorry, before we start the next round of what's going on,
Okay.
I need you to give me a perception check.
I can do that. 18 on the die is a total of 23.
My apologies, I had completely forgotten
That's okay.
about what you had said. Okay, so you hear from beyond, you hear movement. And you hear movement from the other side. It sounds like footprints, like soggy footprints moving through thick mud.
I kind of put my hand up. Bob. Something wet. It's like slogging through mud and muck. Do we want to address this first? Alright.
Sir Sirius will quietly approach the door.
Alright.
Sort of the ready.
Is the door locked?
The door's not locked, actually. As you try the handle, it gives.
Alright.
In fact, actually, now that you're looking at you can see that the frame of the doorway seems to be splintered, like somebody had already burst through this one.
Alright. On 3. 1, 2, and I will open the door.
Okay, sounds good. Revealing.
Another chamber.
Move the camera up a bit. All right. Okay, wonderful. So, that door fell off. That door's not off its hinges. Anyway. Okay, so here I got it.
Immersion ruined.
Dang it, son of a fudge. Okay. Well, yeah. Whoa, Will. Whoa. This is a family show.
The laugh says
That's the joke that got Cassie. Okay, so here's what you see. As you open this chamber, you see that's great radio, right? Whispering, me saying great radio. Okay, so as you open the door, the floor in this chamber is
Am I helping?
I'm loving all this great radio.
Hey, we should do this.
I thought I was still projecting.
Okay. Well, no. Then Sarah goes, like, awesome. Okay, here we go. The floor of this chamber is littered with mechanical parts. From the ceiling, a broken pipe leaks a thick, brownish-green fluid. In the middle of the floor stands a were-rat, drenched in the offal, gathering clumps of it into their maw. And as they walk through the sludge, reach down. Surrounding it are the corpses of are a number of corpses. You see two pale men. Two pale men in similar state, I guess, through dress and look, as the ones in the room that you're currently in. And you also see a blocky construct with spindly arms and legs. Do we need to take a break? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm trying not to cough.
Do you need a drink?
You need a drink or something?
No, I'm good. I should be fine.
Sure. Okay. All right. you see a blocky construct with spindly arms and like the or just lying kind of face down in the muck there as well. You can see that there is another door on the far end. There's a door over there that you can clearly see leads, and then the staircase leading up out of this room. But there's this strange, awful, drenched in horrifying fluids coming from above, saying in this puddle. And as you open the door, Sir Asterion,
I was one of
If they open.
as you open the door, and we'll go ahead and have you make sure you're in the room as you open the door to perceive this.
Yep.
It looks at you, and you can see that the slime, that this waste is pouring out of its mouth as it looks at you, and it starts to shamble towards you.
Oh dear. So it is shambling towards me.
Those are the words I said. What do you wish to do?
Well, I've still got my longbow, and this thing doesn't look friendly, so
You can go ahead and pull it out and start start to attack. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative again. So let's go ahead and get started.
Would spiritual weapons still be up at this point, or is enough time?
No
passed?
way.
I don't know how long spiritual weapon lasts.
Oh no, spiritual weapon.
I think it's a minute.
Yeah. So it's been more than a minute.
It's been more than a minute. Ooh, while you guys are doing initiative, I need to do something myself. My initiative, by the way, E1 is a 10. E1 is a 10.
What a
Dang it!
respectable-
I hit the camera as I tried to get up. Will, you fool!
Barb.
You had a drink this whole time.
Yeah. Again, it's not. Again, me not taking a drink is not what's causing me not to cough.
It's just.
Give me that
It's
initiative.
not on the. It's on the
Bob,
table
what's
that
your
you're
initiative?
hiding.
Oh no, I would knock it off.
Good,
That's why I
what's your
put the other one
initiative?
down here.
18. Bob, what's your initiative?
Oh, an 8. I got a bad one.
Watch the
8.
camera. Will.
Hessian.
Oh, also 8.
You two
Roll
need to
off.
roll off.
I got a 9.
I got 3.
Sad.
Yep.
Not for Bob, though.
No.
Slightly less sad.
Bob now knows what it's like to roll a low number.
Oh dear.
Ew. Gross.
Okay. Have we got the initiative rolled?
We sure do.
Oh, sorry, for a second there I thought it said Hessian -8. I'm like, impossible! That's not a thing!
This is D&D. Nothing's impossible.
That's not true. There are many things that are possible. It's a world bounded by rules. Okay.
Bessie just goes, I'm going back to hell.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Alright, Bipka, you have just pulled out your longsword. This strange creature, as it moves forward, by the way, as this were moves forward, moves towards you, and this horrible protrusion of fluid is coming out of its coming out of her body there, and you can tell it is a she. The word that's coming towards you. You can see that the fluids that are kind of dripping out and off of that she is kind of drenched in. You see like tendrils, sort of like. Kind of like helping propel her along, as if it's as if like there's some sort of as if the ooze itself has its own mobility, as it kind of it kind of helps her move along towards you. So we're gonna go ahead and go to you. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna start by taking a shot with my longbow.
Sounds good.
Beep ba doop. 12 on the die is a total of 18.
Wonderful. We are a total of 18. You said
18 to hit.
Okay, that is going to be a hit. Now, here's my question for you.
What up?
Is that a bow of magical nature?
It is not.
It is not. Now, as the arrow goes through, you see that it goes towards the body of the woman, and one of the tendrils sort of, or it's kind of like, and like slime kind of drips out of her mouth, and like almost like a pseudopod. It like sort of slaps the arrow away mid-flight, and the arrow goes flying off the side. A mundane weapon will have no effect on her.
Gotcha.
Yikes.
Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mundane weapon will have no effect on her. So, anything else you would like to do?
I'm going to. It needs magic weapons. Asterius, I'm falling back behind you.
And you will go ahead and retreat further back into the room.
1, 2, 3. Is it okay if I move this dead where we're at?
You would have to push them off the ledge. You can try to stand in the same area. if you'd like, but that was not a cleaning anybody did before.
I'll go to the ledge here.
Excellent. Yeah, corpses provide difficult terrain, by the way.
Fair.
So excellent. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go from Vithka to Asterius.
Well, I think what Asterius will do is he will hold his position in the doorway there, and probably just dodge as he waits for this thing to approach, and prevent it from getting past him to his allies.
Sounds good. All right, well, you go ahead and kind of take a defensive stance, and the creature will meet you at the door. So we'll meet you at the door there. Wonderful. Thank you kindly. Let's go ahead and adjust the camera, because now that this seems to be taken in a different place, that will work just fine. Okay, so the creatures, so you see the were-rat there, she's like these long, like, claws. She's still in kind of the hybrid form. And as you see I like to imagine the tendrils, kind of the slightest point kind of rises up, like these thin little tendrils kind of brace her by
Frame the doorway.
framing the doorway, and it kind of as she launches forward toward you with her claws. So we are going to go ahead, and that is going to be a. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess with her mouth, she tries to bite at you. My apologies. She tries to bite at you. She does miss, kind of with her jerky movement. You're easily able to dodge that attack. And actually, we will say her claws. So the claws only get. She only gets a 13 versus your armor class.
Double miss.
You are able to dodge out of the way of that as well. And we will go ahead now and go to Bob. Let's go ahead and remove the ladder, by the way, as it's just sort of, let's go ahead and remove the ladder from the battlefield there. Okay, wonderful.
Bob is going to go ahead and cast, again, Spiritual Weapon. Flying Modron comes slugging out and is going to attempt to ram into the whatever this is.
Sure, absolutely. Ram into her. Sure.
Yeah, ram into her. And knowledge checks, they are actions or no?
Let's
Okay,
rather than trying to
sorry.
announce two actions at once, let's resolve this one.
It's going to be a 19.
That's going to be a hit.
It's for six force damage.
6 points of force damage. Okay, excellent. That is a hit. Now you are trying to. What are you trying to ask me?
I want to know if I know what this is at all.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a knowledge of. We're going to call this either Arcana or Nature. This isn't natural at all, but I'm going to call it Arcana or Nature.
14.
14. You have heard of such creatures being created through the through the combination of industrial or personal waste as well as magic runoff, basically like magic pollution. What you are seeing right now is what some people in various taverns have referred to as a slithering dung heap, which you don't know much about them, but from the stories that you have heard, they seem the horror stories surrounding them seems to be that they can infest a body and marionette it, which appears to be what is happening right now.
Gross.
Seems bad.
Gross. And then as my action, I am going to do Sacred Flame
Excellent.
to it.
Sure, go ahead and give a Sacred Flame. You need to give some sort of check, I believe, right?
Yes, Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. We're going to go ahead and make the Dexterity saving throw here. The wereout actually jerks out of the way. The tendrils sort of like all grab onto one side of the wall there and kind of pulls it out of the way. Okay, excellent. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay, we will go ahead and go from you. We're now going to move to Hessian, from Bob to Hessian.
So I guess I'm gonna maybe try and move up here to get a better look at her. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm going to pull out my magical arcane focus, which is my ring of keys, and I am going to do my somatic to unlock a door, and have my tiny little friends come out of infestation.
Oh, wonderful! You're gonna invest the invested.
Yes.
Okay.
So on her,
Anything you can do, I can better.
Keep going.
on her basically, like as I use the key is actually, it looks like a little dead flea, but I do the movements to unlock the door that comes out here, and I fly, my pretties.
What do we see pour out of here?
So I think they're like little hellish fireflies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like not cute fireflies, like actually will, like bite and hurt
Like,
and yeah.
Like, are their butts ball of fire rather
Yeah,
than like
they're
little
literal
soft
yeah.
lights?
Yeah, they're literal fire.
I love it. Okay, so go ahead. What needs to happen here?
They need to save on a con save.
I got a 19.
That saves.
I'm rolling awesome. I can't hit anybody for crap, but I can roll in these saving throws.
Yep.
Darn it.
So nothing happens because that was a cantrip.
All right, so I let you. So what? They come out, they swarm through this thing, and then go, like kind of just pass on by through another portal, and then disappear. Yeah, sure,
Yep.
sure. Or they just get stuck in the muck, like and
Yeah.
just like, and then just sort of.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Well, Fiona's fiery ass. Fuck.
Fuck. Okay. Anything else I'd do with your turn?
That's it.
Okay, wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and go to we're gonna move from Hessian back up to Vitka. Vitka, you have kind of retreated back into the room there to kind of get away from this creature slithering towards you. What do you wish to do now?
Well, there's not a lot of room, and I know my normal old longbow isn't going to do very much. And it's going to moving through allies is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Moving through allies is a rough terrain, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. My intention is to rough terrain the dead body, rough terrain into where Asterius is. Basically try to get around him to swing at this thing, and then I'll end my movement backing off to the other side of the door. I will probably take an attack of opportunity from that.
And you're trying to make to make the attack, you can't make the attack in his square. You
Okay,
cannot
that's-
share a square with him.
Okay, that's what I was
Yes.
wondering. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm
You
not
can-
going to allow that.
You can share a square with the spiritual weapon though.
True, because it's
Because this is
And you can
in the
attack
door,
around the
right?
around the door frame.
Just
Yeah.
have cover.
just
That's
cover.
covered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just in the square with the spiritual weapon. And yeah, I'll pull out my magical scimitar, and I will take an attack around the corner at this fella.
Sounds like a plan. Well, it's a woman, by the way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna spin my inspiration to try and get away from that in that one.
Okay, so ooh.
Much
There
better.
you
With a 12 on the die, that is a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a point of psionic power to add a d6 of psionic damage.
Now, just to verify, what sort of weapon are you using?
It is a scimitar, a one-handed melee weapon, magic.
Magic scimitar.
Yes.
That's,
Very
Magic
that's
scimitar.
as you know that mundane weapons don't work. So that's the keyword I'm looking
Magic.
for.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so you go ahead and take that hit. You're gonna psionically infuse it. Let me know what happens.
Yep. Okay, it's going to be fudge. 6 magic damage and 6 psionic damage, so 12 total.
6 magic damage, 6 psionic damage, 12 total. Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to action surge to do it. Can I do the action surge to do that again?
You tell me. You're the expert of your character, my friend. What does action surge say?
Turn. You take one additional action. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and action surge to do it again.
Sounds like a plan.
Can you add your intelligence modifier to the bonus of that?
Oh, add 2 more damage to that. 2 more psionic damage. I
Sure.
apologize.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yeah.
17 on the die. 24 damage.
24 damage.
24 to hit. 24 to
Okay.
hit.
What?
24 to hit.
What?
24 to hit.
24 to hit. That's a hit.
I'm not going to add psionic damage to that one, so this is just going to be still solid.
It's
11
a mini
magic damage.
blender.
Magic, sure.
So just kind of get around the corner and just cha, just kind of take some swings at it.
Hey, imagine like more of a jerky puppet now, like as her body being as the body's being ripped to shreds by the blows here. My question for you here is: do you do anything with your bonus action?
With my bonus action, no. I don't really have much I can do with my bonus action at the moment.
Sounds good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move. We're gonna move from Vitka. We're gonna move to Surasteria. Surasteria, you've been holding defensive position at the door. This means that served you well so far. What do you wish to do now, though?
I've just thought of a good line. Now the shoe is on the other hoof.
Okay, first of all, real quick, I do want you to have inspiration for that infestation of the Hell Wasps.
Yeah.
That was cool. You're obviously getting inspiration for that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and enjoy that, my
Thanks.
friend.
Might end up using it because he's attacking with his magical greatsword.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, boy.
She was on the other hoof.
High number. Looking like a. That should be. 24 to hit for. 14 magical slashing damage.
Well, how does she go down?
I think he like kind of cleaves through some of the surrounding ooze that is like holding the body like in place.
Mm-hmm.
So like half of the strings or these tendrils get cut, and like a marionette with its strings cut, the form of the were-rat just kind of slumps to the floor.
Yeah, and just sort of like just in a puddle of ooze.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
Step back away a little bit from.
Excellent. In your room.
Ugh.
Like on top of the body?
Sure.
Dude, you had to make this.
Just move the mini. Just move the mini, guys. Come on. Okay. Well, as the body slumps to the ground and sort of in this pile of ooze, the ooze, you just see like the body sort of just jerks and just the pool just widens, and you see larger pseudopods sort of leaving brownish green streaks on the ground on the walls as the ooze by itself starts to crawl forward. Now the ooze is amorphous, so basically it can fit within this space here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that it's actually kind of taken into this space right here. So I'm just gonna do
Great.
this.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of have it.
So we killed the
Can
host.
you move whatever's right here, please?
That's just weird.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
spiritual weapons.
Sure, you can put it there. That's great. But I'm just gonna move it in here. Okay. And the ooze starts moving forward itself, and it is who's nearby?
Everybody but Hessian.
Everyone.
Oh, wonderful. Surasterian.
Yes.
A wave of ooze, a wave of this terrible, awful smelling. Oh, you know what I completely forgot to do? I forgot about an ability. I'm so sorry. Whereas as it approaches you, but it was supposed to happen at the start of your turn. Go to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
This is not disease. This is stench.
Ooh,
Pure
not
stench.
immune to that.
Not immune to that.
You got a nose?
There's a stench. to
Nat
this
20.
thing. Not 20. Okay, so that's why you're able to do. You were fine, but
Yeah.
it is now going to surge towards you, searching for a way in.
Oh, well.
Oh.
So I need you to make
Oh.
another Constitution
Oh,
saving
God.
throw, please.
Please roll.
As it uses its
20.
full of it ability.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. No. I created this creature, so I'm screwing up all of its abilities. See, it's good that
Okay,
we're.
so the poop thing was your idea.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is mine. This is a custom creature. It actually, so it's surging towards you. My apologies. No attack roll. No saving throw necessary. It does miss. So it's like trying to get up, and you kind of like a pseudopod comes straight for your face, and you kind of cut it in half, right? Trying to dodge you, but the creature's. And what happened? That's its turn. It's now going to go to Bob. Bob, you're within 5 feet of this creature. I need you to go give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Not 20.
Not 20. Okay, wow. Okay. Nice. The two of you are immune to the stench ability, by the way, at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you wish to do?
Sewer pals.
Sewer pals. Sewer pals.
Um,
Now that I figure out this creature's abilities that I
Bob
wrote.
is going to have the spiritual weapon, who's kind of like caught up in the ooze, like just kind of the Modron is just spinning around, like trying to tear through it.
Sure.
That's gonna be max damage. It is 22 to hit.
That is a hit. It only has an armor class of 13.
It's gonna be 13.
It moves surprisingly fast.
It's gonna be 13 force damage.
13 force damage.
Yes.
All right. If I still had a pencil that I hadn't lost somehow, we'll just use this. 13 damage, you
Yes,
said?
13 force.
13 force damage. Okay, 13 force damage. Wonderful.
And then I am going to...
What's a defining feature of... No, I'm just kidding. It's a giant shit ooze.
I'd say the awful shit tentacles is a pretty defining.
It's defined by its awful shit tentacles. Shitticles.
Shitticles, if you will.
Then I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to do Guiding Bolt against it. Like, I believe it's with disadvantage though, since it's right in front of you.
Yes, you have disadvantage on this attack because it's right. It is within melee range of you.
19 or a 14. 19 to hit. That's gonna be, and then Guiding Bolt is 46. Sorry, not 1d8. That's gonna be 6, 12, 18.
Dang.
18 points of damage.
Of radiant damage, yes.
Wow, what a great turn.
And it is
God, I
now
love Bob.
around, surrounded in a light. And also in Guiding Light, the crosshairs heat up like pink and just go like almost like a force, like
Sure. Okay.
surrounding it. Yeah.
I love that. We're gonna go ahead.
Attack disadvantage.
So cool.
Next attack is with advantage. We're gonna go ahead and go from Bob to Hessian. Hessian, you are not within 5-foot range, so
Right.
while you recognize there is a stench, you aren't affected by it.
Don't have a good line of sight. So I'm going to firebolt at it again.
With advantage.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, that's 22 to hit.
That is a hit on a plus of 13.
Okay. And then that is 6 points of fire damage to it, and also
Oh, the stench gets worse.
Oh
Lighting a match didn't help.
also
no, it's a flaming dung
so
heap.
Hesiod also, because she's using a fire spell, she is going to go ahead and ash her cigarette kind of around her. So my flames of Felgethos also. Until the end of my next turn, I basically have just like a ring of fire around me, and if I get hit by a melee, anyone who hits me with a melee within 5 feet of me takes d4 fire damage.
That is great.
So I've got my own little wreath of flames around me as I'm smoking my cigarette.
Whenever I hear the phrase wreath of flames, what I hear is Aretha Flames.
Aretha Flameskin?
Aretha Flames is my aunt.
Oh, there you go. Wonderful. Okay, so excellent hit. And I believe that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and move over to Vithka.
I believe I'm within 5 feet,
You
so
are.
I gotta make a stink check.
You're going to make a disadvantage because the smell got worse.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that means something.
All right. Well, first one was an 18. Second one's that's 10.
Unfortunately, you find yourself sorry to anybody at home who does not like that sound.
Sorry.
So what just happened here is you have just become you have the poisoned condition right now, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
as you feel very ill.
Well, then I'm gonna go ahead with disadvantage and try to swing at this thing.
All right.
Oh, a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we're gonna go with the natural one. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more like the situation with that natural one. With the fact that you're feeling just so ill, I'm going to say that give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm doing so
Real
Don't
quick.
fall
Real
into
quick.
it.
With disadvantage because ability check.
Saving throw.
Saving throw. So no disadvantage because it's saving throw.
Cool.
Oh,
Dexterity, 10.
So you manage to keep a hold of your weapon.
Oh, thank
As it hits the sticky ooze, and it's not like particularly, you just hit the wrong way, maybe slip a little bit, and like almost lose your grip on it. And you manage to kind of pull back just in time.
And I'm already like, oh god.
No, don't make me touch it.
Yeah.
Not having a great time.
That's all right. So you're feeling ill. Anything else you'd like to do, Vitka?
Shoot, not at the moment.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move from Vitka to Cerasarius.
Okay.
So Ceres, you are now the stench does not bother you. You have smelled worse in the multiverse. Smelled worse in the multiverse.
True. Yeah. No, he's going to just try to. I think do kind of an underhanded attack to like kind of scrape it out the door a little bit. Yeah.
Time to clean these streets.
This is why they call me the scooper.
Exactly. It's a 16 to hit for 10 magical slashing damage.
16 to hit. Okay, that's a hit for 10 magical slash damage. Okay, that is a decent hit. It definitely, you're not sure if its face does not widen in surprise. It does not have a face. But
Good.
that certainly hits.
Would be really distressing if
Yeah,
it had.
really distressing. All right, anything else you'd like to do?
Not at the moment, no.
All right, well, we're gonna go to the creature who Will just remembered has multi-attack. That
Okay.
the ability Will always forgets about. Okay. All
Be
right.
back
So,
to it, yes.
Bob,
Boop.
you have certainly caught this thing's attention in every possible way. There is no question about it.
No, it's still.
It is first going to try to strike at you.
Got it.
Okay. That is going to be a 24 versus your armor
yes,
class.
that does
You're going to
hit.
go ahead and take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am going to, as a reaction, spend a psionic force to do psionic shield to reduce some of that damage.
Oh, sweet.
4 plus my intelligence modifier, reduce that by 6 damage.
Okay, so instead of 13, you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Got
right?
it.
And also 4 points of poison damage.
4 points of poison.
I don't know.
I am immune to poisons.
You're immune to. Are you immune to the poison effect or immune to poison damage? What exactly does it say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Resistant immunity to disease.
Okay.
So I'm resistant, so I take half that.
So you're resistant to poison damage.
Yes.
Is what it says. Okay, yeah. So you take half of that. Now, here's a question.
Yes.
What is your actual typing as a creature? Right, when you wrote down your character.
Construct.
Oh, it's actually a construct. Okay, so the as it's like this sort of like surge of like ooze. It's basically it's like it's not like it's slapping you. It's more like trying to surge into you, right? And you see from various points of the Modron's of Bob's body, like various joints and such, ooze is like sliding out and like recollecting itself, and then it kind of pulls back as it seems to be looking for something that it could not find. And Bob's just sitting there like drenched in just. Sure, ichor. That's what we'll call it. And Bob's
Emphasis on the ick, am I right?
or yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to yuck your yum, but...
Okay, this shouldn't be anybody's yum. Please, kids, if you're at home. Okay, so it turns its attention back to you, and it's going to go
Okay.
ahead and try to strike at you with its second surge.
Sure,
There.
why
It's
wouldn't
going to be a
it?
25 for trauma class.
They'll hit.
You're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, 4 points of poison.
I can't do it again, bud. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine.
And you need to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
As it's trying to find something.
I'd like this to be a high number.
Come on,
Do I inspiration this?
I think if there's anything to inspiration, it's not get taken over by the ship monster.
Sure.
But the worst thing is you could get a lower number.
We'll see.
We don't know if he does.
It was a lower number. Do you have to use the second roll on inspiration?
I have always ruled that inspiration gives you basically an advantage.
Okay.
In
So
that
you
case,
choose
this is a
whichever dice.
13.
13, that is not enough.
Darn.
Without going into graphic detail.
You made this monster, Will!
It finds a way.
There are people who like graphic detail.
There are and there are not. So,
So for their benefit, we will not.
you see Sir Sharon's eyes widen in surprise and suddenly just engulfed by this slithering dung heap, and he's like hands like kind of like trying to kind of flailing through the muck, and then suddenly it all just sort of like all of these it's kind of just sort of like drops to the ground, and then just sort of like little thin tendrils. As Sir Asterion looks over, you can see like Sir Asterian's eyes like wide-eyed, like panic across his face as. And then he's starting to jerk a little bit, like he's having trouble with his own movements. Okay, so what we're gonna do
This is not how I
here
thought this
is
day was gonna
Sir
go.
Asterion is now going to go ahead and be placed in the middle of the ooze, so we all know
He
the
lives
situ-
here now.
We all know the situation.
Not helping, Sarah.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go to Bob. Now, Bob, something you need to know here is that most of the mass of the ooze seems to be out of reach at this point. yeah, I mean, it seems to be out of reach at this point, and you see, but you see as like Sorcerian opens up his mouth for like maybe a wordless scream.
Like how you're auto completing to Asterion.
Would I?
Asteria, sorry.
Would
Basically, what you need to know mechanically
Yeah.
is that the ooze is untargetable right now.
Oh, okay.
The ooze is untargetable. Has total cover against attacks because it has a host body for the moment.
Okay. I am going to.
Bad.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Bob's like frown goes even farther down, like really mad, and goes, "That's my friend," and they are going to cast command, try to cast command on this creature.
Okay.
On the now when my brain. Yeah, try to cast command on
Yeah, the problem is that a creature's total cover, and the very first sentence of command says you speak a one-word command to,
You can see, and that's...
and it has total cover, which means it's untargetable.
Okay.
So right now, you cannot target this creature. So you can target somebody else with the command, but you can't target the creature.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm sorry, sir. Yes.
Would you like to do something else with your action?
Yes.
Instead, I'll let you...
I'm sure if he could respond, he would understand.
So and just because it's like I'm gonna give this to you because the command. I'm not gonna have you waste your turn because command specifically says a target you can see.
Right,
you
and
would
because
know
it was
would
just leaking out, I thought it was still
right,
visible.
but I gave the qualifier of cannot target it.
Okay.
So, just a reminder, that's what that means is you can't target it. So, what would you like to do instead?
Well, I'm gonna non-lethally, if possible, with spiritual weapon, try to hit Asterius.
Sure, sounds good. Let's go ahead and get. So that's with your bonus action. You're gonna go ahead and use your spiritual weapon to maybe slap Sir Asterius on
You'll
the back.
never hit me. I'm too powerful.
That is gonna be a 14.
Hit him in the
Don't
puke.
miss.
Hit him in the puke spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so you go ahead and miss. What do you do with your action?
I'm then going to take my mace and attempt to hit him.
So you just.
It's like Bob's like starting to like get very upset by this situation. That's gonna be
Totally.
a 17.
That'll hit.
5
Okay.
with the mace.
Trying to knock you out, bud.
Yeah, it's non-lethal.
Yeah,
as
Sir
well.
Asterius doesn't look great after that harrowing experience.
As you get hit by this,
Yeah.
you feel like kind of like how when you feel like you feel like you retch just from the pain of that. You feel like retch, but it's not enough to really go over the edge.
Yeah.
Like you almost wanted to puke from that.
Aim for his belly.
Sure, yeah. So gives a thumbs up. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move from Bob to Hessian.
Shit.
Oh,
Yes, that's the
Hessian,
problem.
you're now within 5 feet of the creature, should be, because the creature moved into
Yeah.
your space, not the opposite.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw to see the spell, because the stench is still coming.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Sure,
Well, that's a nat 20, so we'll go with 20.
you're fine, and you're completely immune to the effects. Wow, everybody who has saved against this effect, nat 20 has nat 20 their way out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you do?
I don't want to accidentally kill Asterius.
Like that.
Huh?
So, like that.
So I'm going to, I don't know, can I use my mage hand to, like, punch him in the gut?
Mage hand cannot be used
Or
to
they
attack.
can't, okay,
Nope.
yeah, sorry.
Unfortunately, not. You can punch him in the gut, though.
Yeah,
you
you
want to punch him in the gut?
No.
She
I
draws
am
a line at
wizard.
touching shit.
Yeah, also I'm a wizard.
So I'm a wizard. We don't punch. It's in the guidelines.
It's in the bylaws.
If we're mad, we just wave our hands.
Speak for yourself, says an old man wizard walks in and just drops the cloak. Reveal it's just bare-chested triangle man.
Dang.
It's like a
He raged
Dorito.
against the moon.
He's the swole sir.
That's
Jesus.
Big B.
The Rage Mage.
Oh, Big B.
That's Big B.
Big B's steel chair.
You've put a seed in my brain.
I want to make that spelled out. Big B's steel chair. All right, what do you do? What do you do, Cassie?
I am going to, you know what, panicking, I go, Gary! And I'm going to bonus action, a brutish fiendish hand opens in a portal, grabs me, and then I shove you out here.
You're missing stuff as a guy named Gary reaches in, pulls you in, and then throws you somewhere else.
Oh my god.
What does this hand look like? What all do we get to see of Gary?
It is like, so it's kind of blackish red, it's hairy, it is clearly fiendish, and it's massive. Like, it's a bit, like, he's basically, like, grabbing my entire torso and pushing me out.
I was in the middle of shopping.
I mean, that's your bonus action.
Can I hold my action?
Sure, but you gotta give me the trigger. What happened? Let's see. What's the trigger?
If we can get this to come out of him, then I'm gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Okay, so you're now currently concentrating on this. You have to start casting the spell.
Yes, on my firebolt.
Yes. So so you're now concentrating. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go from.
Just to double check, I don't want to cheat. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and go from Hessian to Vitka. Vitka. Okay. First of all, I need a Constitution saving throw because the stench is overwhelming to you. You don't have disadvantage on this.
20 at me.
15?
That is enough. You are now no longer retching, and you are immune to the effects.
Once you've been in it long enough, it's like, okay, I've adjusted.
Oh, okay, hold on. I get this. Yeah. It's the same when you have a baby and they poop horribly for the first time. You're like, well, I don't need to throw this baby out. I can keep it. It's not that bad.
She is going to draw her other scimitar. I'm sorry, Asterion, and move in and non-lethally strike with her first sword.
Flash of the blade.
13 on the die for a 19.
That'll hit.
We're not going to expend any psionic damage on that bad boy.
Oh, why not?
6 damage.
Okay.
And then we'll bonus action, 2 weapon fighting, go for the other strike with the offhand. I know his AC. That's not enough.
Brutal.
Yep. So 3 points of damage total, just like a boom. Yeah.
You feel a retching feeling, but it's
6
not enough. Not enough.
I wonder if it's cumulative or in one strike.
I think either he gets knocked out.
And obviously
or...
both of those were non-lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, right. All right, excellent. Anything else there, Vitka?
That is my turn.
We're about to see.
Cerasterius. Asterius. Hey, buddy. Damn it. Now I'm going to be doing Asterion this entire time.
You already were.
Okay. At the start of your turn,
Yeah.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Throw this motherfucker up.
I'm gonna try.
Or at least resist its awful influence.
Here, have it.
Oh!
It's that one.
Okay.
That is the opposite of what we need.
Sorry.
Sir Asterion.
Yeah.
You find Sir Asterius. Yeah, I will now not be able to say that. I'm going to have to actually change the name. I can't do this. Sir Asterius, you find yourself no longer in control of your movements.
Okay.
And your arms raise the sword above your head, and you look towards the danger that is the Modron. And why don't you go ahead and take a swing at that Modron for me? As by the way, it's using its my favorite ability, a name I've ever done, which is it's using its ability called Full of It to force you into action.
Yeah. Well, of course, there's my high roll. Oh, you're making this so much. It's a 22 to hit.
No, Asterius, no.
Asterius, no.
It's a 22 to hit.
Fight Asterius. Yeah, that hits me.
For 11. Sorry, no. 13.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my last psionic die to reduce that by.
I'm gonna save my friend. I like the tone you use. I'm gonna save my friend.
I mean, that's how she'd be like, God damn it! Reduce that by 6.
13. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, got it.
All right. And I don't believe you have multi-attack.
No, not yet.
Thank goodness.
And that's great. It is, and it's going to. It's not going to force you to move forward or anything. It's going to keep right there, as it seems to be wanting to take care of the one who harmed it.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead now and move from your turn to it. It can actually, while it is in there, it actually cannot. No, I'm sorry. The pseudopods actually come out, form, and actually go and slap at you.
Okay.
Slap at you. That is going to be but it absolutely misses. A big splatter up against the wall. And then another attack towards the Modron, who has caused it great harm. That is going to be also a miss. It's the pseudopods are obviously spending most of its focus trying to control you. So the pseudopods are kind of come out of your like. It's just not enough. So we're going to go ahead now, and we're going to move from it to Bob.
When it reach out its pseudopods, is it targetable at that point?
Okay. While it is inside, I'm going to say this again. While it is, I'm going to say, hold on. No, real quick. I need to make sure it's said, because that's not a bad question, but it's, you know what? Sure.
Okay.
Actually, sure. Sure, why not?
So I'm going to then use my bonus action to hit with a spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The Modron trying to ram into his tummy. That's going. I'm sorry, all non-meaningful. 23.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 10 force damage.
Asterius is unconscious.
As Asterion starts throwing up from this because the number is 10. And so Asterius, and the creature exits Asterion as Asterion hits the ground unconscious. But the creature is now exited. So let's go ahead and just deposit Asterion in a nearby free space.
Okay.
On the ground, unconscious, and
Laying down, yeah.
Which I think this triggers.
yes, as you're able to get it out. So go ahead and hurl your bolt of flames.
That is a 22 to hit.
That is a hit. It's now very targetable at this point.
8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage. Okay, great. You definitely hit it. What would you do with your action?
I then am going to upcast Guiding Bolt, because very upset.
Sure. This is an upsetting situation.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Upsetting
And
spaghetti.
I'm pretty upset by this.
I'm real upset.
going to cast that at it. That's going to be 17, so 17 plus 5, 22. Yeah,
On a
22.
class of 13.
Yeah, 22.
Mhm.
And then that's going to be one more. That's a 2.
If it's higher than 13, you can just
5.
tell me it hits.
10. That's going to be 13 radiant damage.
You definitely got its attention.
And it is advantage.
You're definitely keeping its attention. Okay, so the next attack roll against it has advantage. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, I used bonus action in that. I'm actually going to. Going to stay adjacent, but I'm moving to get next to Asterius.
Wonderful. Asterius is unconscious on the ground. We're going to move from Bob to Hessian.
Hessian is going to. Is there? If I have, say, a 15-foot cone, could I, where I'm at, hit just it?
It's you wouldn't know if it would be just it because this thing is taking up your entire vision.
But it seems like it's within 15 feet.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
Where I'm at.
Absolutely.
Okay, then I am going to cast.
You keep talking.
I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Yeah, you keep talking.
You keep talking.
Okay, Burning Hands needs to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. It's going to go ahead and get in that one.
Woo! Like a big ball of slime ain't good at dodging stuff.
Not bad.
I'm just seeing a loogie.
16 fire damage.
Oof. Large chunks of it burn away. The smell in the air is horrifying. And it seems to be having a lot of trouble holding itself together right now.
I am going to go ahead and spread my, ash.
Wings and fly away? Oh, okay.
Ash my cigarette so that my wreath goes up around me again.
Sounds like a good plan. Okay, that's a good amount of damage, actually. We are going to go ahead and go from Hessian to Vithka. Okay, you got Sir Asterius down on the ground, unconscious, but you've also got this creature struggling to hold itself together, but still very much mobile. What do you do?
Vithka would be a pinpoint of like this. What is what needs to be done? So she's going to take a swing at it with the magic scimitar for a 19 plus 7 hits.
That is a hit.
And nice. 10 points of magic slashing damage.
Oh,
to it.
it's still quivering. It's still quivering.
Please don't say it that way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll say it this way. It quivers. Kids, again. Kids, please. This better not awaken something in you. Anyway.
And then my non-magic weapon isn't going to hurt it, so I'm not going to bother using my bonus action to try and hit it with a two-hand attack. So I'll go ahead and just make that my turn and stay within range.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Sir Sarian, we need a death saving throw.
Yeah, we do.
Sir Sarius. Now, my house rule on death saving throws are: you do not announce it to the rest of the table. This is your secret roll. Nobody can see it. I don't get to see it. You just keep that number locked in. But let me know if you get a 20. Did you?
No.
I'm not supposed to know what it is. You failed. You instantly failed.
You told me to let you know if it was a 20.
Yeah, and then I asked you, and then now I know
It was
not a 20.
it was a trick.
It's a trick, you fool.
God.
My
mind
logic
game.
is so sound.
Now it's run through
Sir
19.
Sarian is currently coughing up
More.
and like still retching on the ground. I like to imagine like instead of like dying, you're like just retching on the ground. Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
To
into to the creature.
Oh!
It turns. It is having trouble. Like it is now just like Pseudopods kind of going everywhere, just trying to find another host. Okay, Pseudopods, we're reaching towards you, but at this point, it is going to go for Vithka.
Hi!
Vithka, first attack against you, that's going to be a 9 versus your armor class. It slides, it's just weakly, and you're easily able to kind of use your scimitar to just sort of cut the tendril in half. But the next one comes at a lot faster.
Shield. Makes my AC 20.
Okay.
Reaction shield.
All right. But it gets a 22.
Fuck.
And so,
I know I have to call it out before you tell me that.
Actually, you don't.
Oh, I don't?
You don't.
I thought the rule was you had to call it out before. I did it anyway, so it's fine.
I'll let you keep it. That's fine. This is not an ability you've used before. Sure.
Okay.
If we're sitting at the game table here at the con, I'm not gonna be like, ha! This character you never played before, nerd.
Fair.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and that is gonna be a hit. You're gonna take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
You're gonna take 4 points of poisoning poison.
I am resistant to poison damage.
So you only take 2 poison.
So that's 15 total.
Kids Zerai are resistant to poison.
Scion of the Outer Realms. Feet.
And the
Oh, very nice.
dang old bonus feat.
Very
Dang old bonus
fantastic. I love that. Okay, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please, as it tries to search for a host.
She's okay at
Come on,
this.
come on.
12.
Unfortunately, that is not enough.
Damn
It
it.
finds a new host. It finds a new host. Go ahead and place yourself in the middle of the mini.
God damn it! No!
Oh, God!
Oh, that's so gross.
Good audio.
We're gonna go ahead and that is the end of its turn was finding a new host. We're going to go to Bob.
Bib.
Bob is Bob's going. Oh God, this is actually kind of gross. Bob is going to.
Now it's
You
gross.
say, you
No,
know.
no,
it's
she's
gross.
about to say again. Bob, like you see, Bob, like her eye goes, like from angry to, oh, I worry, and then she leans over you.
Oh no!
And the small like pipe that comes out of her mouth that has the where the arrow shoots, you see it like rotate, and then
Putting you out of your misery.
like she pops.
No, I'm invested. I want to see where this goes.
And she loads a coin into it. like the villain from No Country for Old Men. Keep going.
So and then you like you're. they like tilt your head back, and then you just see this liquid pouring into your mouth, and it's cure wounds.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Wonderful.
That's good.
So this liquid being forcibly inserted into me, this is a good one. Okay, cool.
Please don't phrase it that way.
It is 8 points.
Wow.
Hey,
Thanks.
that's
Thanks, Bob.
Actually, Mama Bird healing cure wounds.
Well, it's more like a tap. It's not like you're going blah.
Oh, you're right. More like a tap.
It's like
it's coming out of the mouth.
no, it's not coming out of the mouth. It's coming out of a tube.
That's coming out of the mouth.
So you have a straw.
Guys,
It's
I've
not
got
a
this.
straw. It's not my. It, like.
Guys, I've got this really cool idea where this thing comes out of my mouth. It's coming from your mouth. Oh, nobody likes that. No, it's not.
no,
You just described it that way. Yeah, but it's not weird. It's not weird.
All right, Morty.
It's not weird, guys. It's not weird.
I just saved your life,
I
Rick.
just saved your life, Rick. Okay.
Asterius.
Anything else you have to do? Bonus action?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know if I did that or not. Yeah, I'm going to hit.
Strike it. This cap.
Why would you do this?
Non-lethal.
Roll the attack.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Okay.
That's a miss.
I can tell you how that'll work.
Okay. And you take a swing, but it just does not connect. We're gonna go ahead and go from Vithka to Sir Asterius. Oh no, that's Bob. That's Bob. Bob.
Okay, sorry.
We're to Hessian. My apologies. Bob the Hessian.
Well, maybe I get lucky on the die.
Kinda.
Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot you with a firebolt so that maybe you throw up.
All right, 10 damage.
I'm not
Let's do
resistant to fire. It has to be at least 10 damage. And I don't know if it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep.
it. Make him wretched.
What I like
make him
about this
wretched.
ability is it forces you not to pull that punch.
I rolled a nat 1.
Wow, we're rolling nat 1s like clown
Ooh,
shoes.
with a
now.
ranged attack. Oh, excellent. Who's directly behind you?
Behind.
Me.
Oh, behind your target? Bob. Go
Bob
and roll that
and-
attack roll again.
Okay.
You're the one standing up.
Okay. Cool.
That was almost an 18, and then it rolled to a 5. So I think that's an 11.
Okay. The fireball goes straight past the tendrils, like grab. Tendrils coming from Victor, like grab against the wall, like immediately yank, and the fireball goes straight towards Bob. But Bob is short. Just goes right above Bob's head.
Shooting the apple off the head.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, and I ash again.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go from Hessian to Vithka. Vithka, you need to make a Constitution save throw. See if you can stay in control of your own body.
Let's do it.
Nice. 17.
You are in control of your turn. What do you wish to do?
I will. I will drop both my weapons,
Okay. Cling, cling, the weapons drop to the ground.
and I will
Free action.
stand as still as possible to let my allies punch me, because I know that that's the only way this thing's gonna get. Unless I can, I'm gonna try to force myself to throw up. I'm gonna and try to force myself to throw up.
Sure. Actually, I do, and that is.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, that seems
given
like a
the
great idea.
circumstances.
So, what do you want me to roll? Want me to willingly fail a Constitution save?
No, I really like this. I did not actually anticipate this to be a possibility.
You
So,
know, you didn't think somebody would want the poop out of their body.
Is it like a medicine check, maybe, to know how to get
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
to throw up?
No, that's
Or a
reasonable.
dexterity check.
no, I don't think there should be a roll involved. I don't think he should be able to fail this. I
okay.
like this.
Okay.
This is great.
So yeah,
You already
I just,
had a roll anyway. So what I like about this, but let's see. To show the effectiveness, you're gonna roll 2d10.
Okay.
If you can beat 10, you get it.
Percentile die?
Yep, 2d10.
All right.
2d10, beat 10.
65.
No,
No, like-
no,
He got an
it's
11.
6
He
and
got an
5.
11.
Oh, 6
I
and
didn't
5.
say
6 and
100.
5.
I
11.
said 2d10.
Yeah.
So 11. So yes, you are going to though, because that took a lot out of you. You are going to take 11 damage.
Non-lethal?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah,
okay.
non-lethal. So you are and it's not like you're killing yourself. It's it's that
You're causing yourself physical harm.
Hit points aren't just bags of blood inside of you. It's also your will to continue fighting. And you're just like and you force yourself.
Yeah.
You force yourself to yes.
Not down, but damn bloody.
Okay, so the creature pours out of Vipka, and that is your turn. Asterius. Sir Asterius.
Get awful, my friend.
Can he just have inspiration again?
Yeah, he'll stand up and swing at it.
It's
13?
Yeah, our AC is 13.
Armor class of 13.
We like that. I'm gonna fucking just smite this thing.
Yeah, fucking hell
You're
yeah.
probably
The shit out of
Actually,
it.
let me do you a solid.
Yeah.
You hit.
Okay.
It had 1 hit point left.
Oh, thank
Okay.
How's
God.
it end?
Can I smite it anyway for fun?
Of course you can.
Because I have grievances.
I'd like to make a complaint.
Ooh, it was a good one too. It was 14 radiant damage on top of the 11. So.
Wait, and how does it end for it?
I mean, I think he just cleaves right to the center of it, and the holy energy burns it away outward from the center.
Like flash fires.
I almost like to imagine. Where do you gain your paladin powers from?
He's an Oath of the Ancients paladin. I think this is nature is healing.
So I like to imagine. Do you mind if I? Because I'm imagining this is also accompanied by a floral scent.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes!
Give me inspiration. Oh, thanks, dear. Okay, all right. So 1/4 it's just gone. All of the awful is gone. All of the awful is gone. Oh, me. Anyway, okay. And you find yourself saying you everything goes kind of just quiet for a second.
Let's get the iron and leave before anything else.
Yes.
Now, Hessing, you're inside of that room there,
Yeah.
and you what is your passive perception?
12.
You can hear the sound of rattling metal, just like rattling metal, right? That's not a rattling metal sound. It's coming from this direction.
I'm going to grab their attention as I walk towards it.
You step over the bodies that lie face down on the floor. These wereouts, and then this strange kind of boxy automaton lying face down on the ground. Did you enter the room?
I haven't had a chance to act.
We're not on terms
okay.
right now.
Yeah, I'm following then.
Yeah.
I'm hanging back and popping my other potion. Just
Sounds good.
Drinking a healing potion.
Sounds good. Okay. As you enter, you recognize that on the ground, you know that you don't know that construct, but you know what that the creature is. You recognize the dead form of a duodrone. In fact, so you are a monodrone, a rogue monodrone, right? You are the first in the hierarchy of you're the lowest on the hierarchy of the Modron race, and as Modrons kind of sort of move up the hierarchy over time, they change form. So you're this kind of big round ball, and the second form though, the next line would have been duodrone, this box that's lying on the ground, and you can see that it is torn to shreds. This one is done.
Wow.
So, which means that yes. So, but what you also know is that when a Modron dies, it is immediately reformed back in in your home world, where it comes out as a new monodrone is immediately created, and somewhere out in the random multiverse, a monodrone has just been promoted to replace the missing in the hierarchy, because there's always the same amount of Modrons at all times.
You see Bob's big eye kind of move in the direction of trying to look at the wings.
It wasn't you. So you approach the door, and you hear just beyond the door, just...
I'm going to test, is the door locked or unlocked?
Unlocked.
I'm going to open it.
There's a little bit of resistance, though. as you try to pull at it, like something's trying to hold it closed.
Vitka.
You hear a voice beyond as you try to pull open the door. And you yell for you hear a voice, somewhat similar, as if it's speaking through a metal tube. Says, please don't.
Oh, the big creepy pile of shit's dead. If that helps or persuades you.
It does not. Please don't.
Who are you?
Confusion.
Does it know who it is?
Must be very afraid.
Nobody, nothing. Please leave. You can take what you need. Just don't hurt me.
Well, we're not here to hurt anyone unless, you try to hurt us.
Well, let's see if it believes you. Let me a persuasion check. Let's see if it believes you.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20, 22.
You go. Well, I would not try to hurt you. And the door slowly swings open, and you see a tiny you see a quadrone. You see it is it's an automaton. A Modron of some sort. Looks very similar to your friend there. But this one has is kind of boxy in form. Kind of a face. Its entire face is one face of this cube, right? Spindly arms and legs, and then wings on the back. As it's sort of like it's floating above the air, kind of floating in the air, and I imagine its arms are just hanging down, or its legs just kind of hang down, not being used. The wings kind of as it comes out. This is a quadrone, which is you recognize as a quadrone, which is 4 steps above you. But something is a little off about this quadrone. You feel something's a hair off about it. Something familiar to you. Goes. Well, I am T414, and who are
T4413.
You can see me.
You can see me.
You are a rogue.
You are rogue.
Oh no, we're not. We don't know each other that well. Please don't touch me. I am very sensitive right now. It has been a horrible ordeal. But is the creature gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Who said that?
Oh, hello, friend.
And as you guys enter the room, and so the creature begins to explain. The T414 begins to explain. Him and his crew run the waste removal station, and for the Mind's Eye, they've been hired to maintain the station. And getting jobs when they realized when they realized the hierarchy of the Modron weren't working for them, they went out and did what any sensible Burke would do and got a job. So they work here. The Were-Rats came in out of nowhere, started just destroying things, or started attacking. And during the fight, there was some sort of break in one of the lines up above, releasing this horrifying creature that started attacking everything. T414 ran into a closet and hid.
So the rat creatures weren't employees here.
No.
Well, that makes me feel so much better.
Absolutely not. I don't know where they came from or why they were here. Did you happen? Would you know?
No, but they're dead.
Well, I suppose that's a good thing, although that will be a lot of cleanup. Luckily, we have a station.
Cleanup station?
Yes, a waste removal station. I'm just kidding. We wouldn't do that to bodies. That's really gruesome. I thought I would interject some humor into the situation.
I have learned that sometimes humor is difficult for others to have to hear.
It is, but I hear that it can cut the tension.
You are right. I found it funny. Haha.
2 Modrons walk into a bar. The third one flies over it.
I start checking my pockets for any alcohol.
I'm trying to stave off a migraine.
Well, it would appear that you have saved my life. I deeply appreciate that. While I do not have any money to offer, is there anything I can offer as a thank you?
Could you help us fix the machine that's in the other room?
We just...
The Selinsky apparatus?
Yes, and allow us to remove iron from the area.
You want to take some of the iron?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that can certainly be arranged, but don't tell the folks up above, if they knew that you knew, that I knew, that I... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Look, the point is, discretion is the better part of valor.
Understood.
Agreed, and I'm very valorous.
You seem like it.
And I'm very discreet.
You don't seem like that. You are covered in shit.
Oh.
That's a new thing.
Oh, I see. My apologies.
Yes.
I feel like I have insulted you. Allow me to fix this situation with iron. So T414 will there's inside this room there's like a cart, like there's a cart on the tracks here, filled with iron. Kind of wheels it around, grabbing various pieces from piles and kind of pointing it out, and then or has you guys probably has a few of you start. So actually, here's what I like to mention. Lets you kind of fill up the cart with enough iron, as much as you need, and then the three of you, T414, and the two of you go to work on the Selinsky apparatus. When it goes into full operating order, you see that it sort of like has like a little projector kind of light that kind of hits the ground, kind of giving it like a 10-foot radius circle underneath it, and the track runs right under it. Right, so he directs you to put in the slag or put in the iron and dump it through the cart and pull the cart out, and he activates the device. As it does so, you see the slag start to shrink down to a significantly less than a significantly smaller state, more portable state. I would argue that you guys gather 200 pounds of iron. It is actually now shrunk down to I would say 1/16 its normal size and weight.
Oh,
You may not be able to answer this, but just trying to help visualize my brain, like about how much would be 200 pounds of iron, like a cart full, probably.
Sure.
So
Enough.
enough.
Enough that would be very difficult to carry out of here.
Without being tiny.
Now, here's the thing. So as the iron shrinks down, you're just kind of a buzzing sound. Shrinks down. But the two of you kind of recognize this seems similar to the spell like Reduce Enlarge, but to a significantly more powerful effect, which doesn't usually work on objects unless it's held by somebody. And this seems to be even smaller. This is a very strong effect that you are seeing here. He'll go ahead and provide you the iron, which you can put into a sack.
When we're helping him repair it and when he's using it, can I be taking very close mental notes of this apparatus and how it works?
Sure, absolutely. Now, as the buzzing humming dies down and you hand you the iron, you start to hear something. You hear heavy footsteps. In fact, like a number of sets of heavy footsteps coming from back down the way, echoing through the tunnel back down the way you came.
Oh. 414, what's that?
I don't know. I do not know what that is. Nobody should be here.
TT14, do you have another way out?
Quickly, hide. And kind of points back towards the way. Do you guys move?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So I imagine you, where do you maybe head to this back room here?
Yeah.
Such.
That's everybody.
You see a group of 4 heavily armored and heavily armed men and women dressed in this like a deep red armor with these spikes and protrusions kind of growing off of it, and kind of marching in and up the stairs and are met by met by T414, right? And yeah, they have spikes growing off of their these spikes growing off their red armor. As they march through the door up here to meet T414. You can see they stand very rigidly and stand at attention as they kind of set themselves up in front of them, and you can see one of them steps forward, a very tall human with a no nonsense look on her face, and she says, "See, we have heard rumors of a disturbance. We are here to investigate." You recognize members of the Harmonium. The Harmonium is a faction of Planescape. They function as the police force of the city of Sigil. Now, the thing about the Harmonium is, their views are absolute peace. by any means necessary.
Okay.
Okay. So
And just to clarify, they're talking to T414 and we're hiding?
yes.
Okay.
Right now. And let's go ahead and see how well you are hiding. Now you guys have earned the benefit of T414 being your friend. Like you've earned his trust.
Excellent.
So you are going to have advantage on your stealth rolls because he's providing a distraction for you.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Ah, not 20. 23.
Dirty 20.
Wow, fantastic.
9.
19.
Okay, so you guys are actually real quiet. We're doing this is a group check, so even though you didn't do so well, that's all right. Collectively, you guys are doing just fine. I don't know what you mean. And there's a dialogue that begins. T14 asks for more information, and the Harmonium informed them that a number of people, good citizens who just happened to be on the water today, noticed that a group of people fitting your description just flat out walked into one of the access tunnels to break into the Great Foundry, which is an absolute no-no. Which I'm not mistaken, you guys did that very openly.
Yeah, sure.
And it is well known that you can get yourself, while it may be considered to some to be bad form to narc to the Harmonium, there is quite a bit of clink involved, jink involved, if you are willing to give some good information that may lead to an arrest. Yeah, so T414 does not begin to sweat because it is a construct. So, luckily for you, what a poker face. T414 starts denying your existence and starts to talk to them and kind of try to get more information and kind of start to explain the where at situation. But as T414 is doing so, they're sort of moving around, fluttering on the wings to where the Harmonium's back, as they're talking to him, the back is to the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And he is against the wall, so they're all looking at him while talking to him. What do you wish to do?
I wish to try to sneak out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Time to make a break for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, as the Harmonium seems to be demanding to look over the premises, seeing all the blood and the okay, so you guys are gonna go ahead and try to make
Blood
a break.
and other thing.
You're gonna go ahead and attempt to make a break for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. You've already rolled your stealth checks.
Okay.
This would have been a much more dramatic moment to have you roll it, but I did it before. So
Sorry.
It was still dramatic.
yeah. So I'm not gonna force you to re-roll because otherwise we'll end up playing the game of roll until you fail. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys decide to. How are you gonna sneak out of here? What's your roll? Or what's your pathway here?
Yeah, through.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
their
You're
backs
going
are
to that
this,
pathway again. Yeah. So
You're gonna go.
right around there. Okay, sounds good. You're gonna go ahead and bypass it. So you guys were able to give them the slip.
Woo!
Okay. So you get to your boat.
Okay.
oh, it's the boat.
You see that there's a number of rowboats out there, but looks like there's a rowboat out there emblazoned with with the standard of the Harmonium like sticking out of like somebody like they planted a flag, and it looks like the other rental boat. You guys are able to get into the vessel and make your escape. Where do you head to?
Oh, I think the first place we need to go is we need to get this iron to the gentleman that hired us.
Yeah, we don't know how long this is gonna last.
Yeah.
And I would say that at this point, we're starting to see like the sunset. You know what whatever a sun is.
It's getting dark in here.
It's getting dark in here. So
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
No!
so take off all of your iron. No, that could still be clothes. That's not what I meant. It's getting dark in here. Yeah, I was doing
That would be for me.
It's a reference to a song that I only know that line.
For anyone under a certain age, that song could be older than you
That
are.
song is very old. Anyway, so you guys head back to
I'm old, you
Ubiquitous Wayfarer.
get back to the ubiquitous Wayfarer, Pudmick, and give the iron back to
Yeah, it's a black light versus the yellow
It
ones
glows
are
in the
black
dark.
light.
Oh my god, it does!
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
nobody on the camera knows
I'm
what you're
so
talking
sorry.
about, but it glows in the dark. Yeah,
Yo.
the straws do. Wonderful. That's cool. You make your way to Pudmick and hand him the iron. He very enthusiastic. He thanks you enthusiastically and tells you to meet him at his shop tomorrow as he begins work on the begins work on the
golem.
The golem, yes, my apologies. The golem lying in the middle of the road.
Well, that's great,
And he
because
gives
I
you-
would love a bath right there.
And he gives you direction. He gives you directions to his home. You're able to get in, get a bath,
Oh,
and take a long rest. The next morning, you make your way to the next morning. You can hear the sound of repairs being made outside. The iron, by the way, somebody asked, you're not sure how long. Does anybody stick around to see how long it takes?
I do.
Yeah, it takes an hour. After
Okay.
1 hour, it immediately blew right back. So luckily, you did not delay in coming back. Okay. You head to Pudmick's shop, which is a converted shop front. At one point a shop, now the windows have been curtained up and barred to prevent unwanted entry, and you can see overgrown razor vine, which is a natural plant in the city of Sigil. Very strange natural plant that provides not only a cool ivy effect, but also home protection because it's called razor vine for a reason. It does look like the razor vine seems to threaten to take over. It's a very invasive species, so it can be protected, but it can also be very destructive. That seems to be overgrowing the shop. Inside, you find that Pudmick's workshop is a poorly organized area, more reminiscent of a hoarder's home rather than a professional engineer's shop. Pudmick has the Iron Golem is walking around, kind of moving boxes. Pudmick goes, I just want to thank you, kind of approach, welcomes you in, and takes you over to a table where you see a blanket kind of laid over a number of things. And Pudmick says, hey, I want to thank you all so very, very much for what you did. The big guy is up and moving around. Oh, it's wonderful. I thought I was going to be out all that money. Ho, 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 ho. Now, I believe we had a deal.
We did.
And you get not one, but two
Magic item.
two magic items. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that. It's a
Is it okay
showmanship.
if I start in here? I've already got the
Yeah, I
cigarette.
I'd strongly prefer you not, but that's there's a lot of oil and never mind. It's whatever, I guess. Your funeral, right? Well, here, let me go ahead and show you what I got for you. And he goes and reveals, kind of lifts the curtain. You can see that there are a number of magic items, laid out. He starts going over them. You see, we've got the busted watch of shielding, and you see there's just a broken pocket watch that has had weird modifications made to it, where it looks like it may have one point been a pocket watch, but there's little tiny tubes and stuff protruding off of it. It's not ticking at all, and as you look at it, it doesn't seem to be moving. The hands don't seem to be moving at all. But he goes, but it is, it doesn't really tell the time anymore. But it does protect you from the effects of magical force, as well as those tricky magic missiles, right? So I call this one the busted watch of shielding. And you see a what appears to be a long metal cod. Sitting there, it looks like a fish in the shape of a cod here. Kind of a long fish. Really a elongated fish and a cod. And he holds up and he goes, this is the immovable cod.
I knew you were going to I knew. God damn it! As you said the word cod, I knew it.
And he lifts it up and he pushes a fin down on its back and he lets go and the cod just stays right there in midair. And he goes, it's the immovable cod. Clink. It looks like I always like to imagine it looks like a stretched out version of one of those Billy the Basses.
Billy the Bass.
Yeah, actually that's even better.
While it's in place, does its head
Yes.
turn and start singing?
It does now.
Other big difference, obviously, it's a cod, not a bass.
True.
Two very different fish.
No, we're not gonna ruin the joke. Don't be that guy. Okay, there you go. I also have, and he leaves that hanging in the air, and he pulls out a ball of metal. And he goes, this is the Mift Globe, and he presses it, and it starts. It presses kind of a. I'm sorry. He says a command word, and the Mift orb starts to hover and emits like a dull light, but you also hear just sort of like you also just hear some like a sound, and as you kind of get closer, you just kind of you hear a voice emanating from the metal orb, just being like, "Great, is this how it's gonna be? I'm gonna sit here and follow you. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay 20 feet behind you. Fine, that's all right. This is what I wanted to be doing with my time. Are they gonna pick me, or are they gonna pick something that they think is better? What a bunch of idiots!"
Wow.
He turns it off. The myth globe.
It sounds really annoying.
It only hear. That's why it follows 20 feet behind you rather than right there with you. Right, that would get annoying. Right, it's pretty quiet though. I made sure to tweak to make sure it's not going to be like dragging people over to you, except for the light part. But hey, it's free light, right?
Yes.
I had this portal compass, and he shows it to you guys. Can I put this together? A portal compass. By the way, you know this to be an object that can help you find magical portals. To certain areas. It is in the city of portals, being able to find the right portal can be a really good thing. And he goes, and lastly, and he pulls a ratty old hat with like moving gears, serving as its as like the band around the top hat, right? So it's like top hat, and then the band is moving gears. And he goes, "This is the top hat of taking it all in." And he goes, "Who wants to try it?"
Me.
No.
Okay, hands it over to you. You
Taking
put it on.
is kind of Bob's whole thing.
You put on this dusty old top hat, and he goes, and he begins to speak in an unfamiliar language, but you hear. It helps you understand and comprehend unfamiliar language. It lets you take it all in. But the rest of you have no idea what he's saying. He goes, "Eh?"
Did you get that?
Does the hat make him speak in a different language?
No, I understood what he said. I can understand languages. I can understand.
Incredible.
He takes the hat off the head, puts it down, and goes,
Ah.
"Take your pick. Any two."
Can we please hat?
Compass.
I resonate with that orb on a spiritual level.
Bob really likes hat.
The hat did look quite fetching on Bob.
The pocket watch would be very useful. But
The compass
I agree.
would
The
be
compass
very
would be
useful.
very good.
I do kind of like the card.
It's such a tacky
Will
decoration.
it be?
My vote is on the pocket watch and the compass. We're a group.
My vote is on the compass and the fish.
Well, it seems like we all like the compass very much. So that
Compass for sure.
I
Bob
like the
only wants hat.
I like the, I like the compass and the hat.
That's 2 for hat, 3 for compass. So,
Oh,
sound
Bob,
fair to everybody?
Bob.
All
take
right.
your hat.
You get the top hat of taking it all in. You get the portal compass, and Pudnik thanks you for your efforts. And that is the end of the adventure.
Yay!
All right.
Oh, that was
Excellent.
Much louder.
It's a decent hat, Bob.
All right. Well, cool. So, all right.
That was fun.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it? How
That's
did
good.
it?
I
how
think this
was it?
I think this is a
And you
solid.
can give me an honest answer.
No,
I saw
no,
the look. I saw the look on his face.
What?
What do you guys think of it? And then Colin's like,
Well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
what were you saying? Shower me with praise.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
I think it works really well as a good 3 to 4 hour module. I think this will be good for a convention setting, especially with anybody who I think newer players are going to have the usual kind of analysis paralysis, but I think more experienced players are going to kind of dive in and just do shit. My big critique, that trap is fucking brutal. And luckily there is literally a switch to deactivate it. So I
that's
Oh yeah,
it.
they have to have a failsafe. They want to build a horrifying death trap. What if one of their workers fell into it?
I think the fight seemed pretty balanced. The taking over party members is friggin' scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think of what'd you think of the slithering donkey?
Oh God.
Terrifying,
Gross.
but I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty proud of myself for thinking of an alternate solution for that.
I like the fact that it takes significant damage to get it to come out, because otherwise it's like, yeah, just smack them,
Yeah.
and then it's done.
That is in fact one way to deal with it.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of any other ways to really deal with it if it gets inside of somebody. So
Well,
that'll be
we
interesting.
didn't explore
See
that.
what other people come up with. Overall, yeah. Other than the trap just being a bitch. But that's just because traps, it's not a basic ass trap. It
is a complex trap.
It is a complex
moving
trap.
parts. It's not meant to be like a pit in the floor. It's meant to be something that.
I think people are either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it.
Well, I'm worried about your opinion right now.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was a very interesting trap. It didn't have an immediately easy solution. Like we had to explore around a little bit to find the solution. And yeah, solid 3-4 hour adventure.
Actually, what did you any thoughts? Anything you want to add?
No, I really liked it. I thought it was balanced. I thought that I like complex traps that you can't immediately solve. I'm assuming there's another way of solving it inside of there that we were working towards. So
yeah,
I liked it. So I also apparently like Planescape. So
okay, well thank you. Colin, any comments?
Well, yeah, I mean, other than hopefully all 4 of your players at the convention don't go into the trap at the same time.
There's a possibility that happens. But I put in some fail safes to maybe hopefully avoid that. Number one is I asked for marching order, and I said it's only really 10 feet of actual walking distance. So you can't walk 4x4. You could walk 2x2, and it's usually that it is. Well, it activates with 300 pounds, right? So if the first 2 get in, it's an immediate trigger.
Makes sense.
Which means the walls fall down and would cut people off.
Unless they're both small size.
Yeah. So I do have a fail safe for that.
Okay.
But that's a good point.
In terms of overall content in the adventure, you expressed some worry about like it feeling railroady. I feel like it's more just like our directions were very clear, and like I don't know what kind of group would like go totally off the rails here, because the objective is very clear.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is like I firmly believe, especially for something I run at a convention. The directions are clear. There are options for different ways of approach in almost every situation you guys have had, but I don't want you to feel like you don't understand what the end goal is.
Yes.
So okay. Any other thoughts?
No. The encounters that we ran into were both pretty interesting. So
awesome.
I think it was good, and it was entertaining. I'm curious where that ladder led to.
We'll never know.
You'll never know. So, all right. Any other comments? And one last question I have for you guys is: the Slytherin Dunkeep too much?
No.
No.
Too much.
No.
I'm not talking about the abilities. I'm talking about just the idea of it. Is it
No.
too much?
No.
As long as you don't go into too graphic detail. No.
Yeah, I talk about things coming from. I talk about things oozing from like throwing up. I don't talk about anywhere else it can come out. That's a good option. Not to. So actually, it's super funny, by the way. I had art commissioned for this. Of exactly what this looks like, and I'm gonna put it up on here. If you guys want to see something horrifying, look at the picture I'm about to post on this video, right? But I'll show you guys afterward on here. But it's actually, no, I will, because I need the camera to show it to you. So anyway, all right, awesome. Well, I think that's it then. It sounds. Also, something I should mention.
Oh, never mind.
I know it's weird to put a free magic items at the end of a one shot.
Yeah.
This is designed actually to fit in the adventure Turn of Fortune's wheel. That's actually what it was designed for, was to fit into Turn of Fortune's wheel.
I was wondering about that.
Because I noticed that in that book, and I'm gonna make a video about this and go off about it. But there's a chapter where when the characters hit level 4, there's this like really short little kind of like 3 tiny things that they do, and if you actually add up the experience points, they only do enough to get like a quarter of the way through level 4, and they just give you the level and move on. I'm like, well, that just felt like a wasted chapter. Like, there could have been more to explore Sigil. There could have been more to learn about the factions, to have a little bit more idea of what's going on. Learn about other things, like what were those were-rats all about? Things like that. And make the city feel a bit more there's more to do, and maybe involve some intrigue with that. So anyway, this was actually designed to help fill a gap that I perceived. So which is why there's offered magic items at the end and such, where the conventions can be a little odd to do.
I think it fits in nicely for that purpose. It does. It gives an adventure a little more a little more to do.
Yeah.
Well, there will be a sequel at some point also, because it's the first in the 3-part series that I'm working on. Because there's some things to uncover with what's happened here. So maybe at some point we'll sit back again and try the next one. But either way, anybody else have anything else? We should probably let these people at home go.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, hey, we want to thank you so much for joining us to see us playtest my new adventure. And again, if it's not on DM's Guild yet, it will be soon. And to think that I saw it on Ironmonger Street, if it's out, the link is in the thing below. Otherwise, we really hope to see you on our next game that we'll be running, which we still have to decide what we're going to do. So we will see you all in 2 weeks, and yeah, that's it. Have a good one.
Bye, friend.
Well, I'm sorry. We'll see you next time.
At an undisclosed location.
Damn it.